Chapter 3850. Little Demon. Su Man's beautiful eyes flickered with a strange color. So ghosts can be divided into levels. Su Man's experience was broadened. Not only did Su Man widen her horizons, but Chen Duo also widened his horizons. He was shocked when he heard it. It's just a little demon. In my eyes, it's nothing but trash that can't withstand a single blow. Yu Longfei laughed. I can kill 10 or 8 of such little demons in a minute. Zhao Yinghao's little ghost continued to wail like a ghost and howl like a wolf. I died so miserably. Zhao Yinghao floated, his eyes emitting an uncontrollable scarlet light. Bitch, I'm going to kill you. Zhao Yinghao suddenly stared at Su Man, raised a gust of cold wind, and extended his hand to grab Su Man. Don't come over. Su Man was quite frightened by the scene in front of him. You're courting death. Yu Longfei sneered, took a step forward, blocked in front of Su Man, and shot out a talisman. A ball of light exploded. When Zhao Yinghao's hands touched the light, he immediately screamed and turned into a puff of green smoke. Just a little demon, you're courting death. Yu Longfei took another step forward and shot out another talisman, causing another ball of light to explode. Zhao Yinghao was just a red-clothed little ghost. Under the explosion of the light, he did not dare to attack Su Man anymore and rushed towards the direction of Lin Fei and Qian Duo. A gust of cold wind blew over. Qian Duo was dizzy. His hands and feet were really soft now. The ghost is here. The red-clothed ghost is here. He was completely panicking. Yu Longfei sneered in his heart. Humph. You dare to go against me. I'll let you experience the power of this red-clothed little ghost, and you'll beg for mercy later. When the red-clothed little ghost, Zhao Yinghao, treated them as his targets, a hint of anger flashed across Lin Fei's eyes. You're courting death. Lin Fei coldly snorted, boom, as his qi and blood surged. Although Zhao Yinghao was a red-clothed little ghost, his strength was very weak, and he was very powerful to ordinary people. Unfortunately, he was up against Lin Fei. Whoosh whoosh. In Zhao Yinghao's eyes, the current Lin Fei was emitting jingguang from head to toe. He was like a blazing sun, blazing with red flames, and his body was emitting green smoke. Don't kill me, I beg for mercy, I beg for mercy. Zhao Yinghao knelt down. More than half of his body was still burnt. The entire ghostly body was almost falling apart. How could this be? Why didn't the red-robed brat continue attacking me? Yu Longfei had planned to kowtow to the red-robed brat and beg for mercy. But the scene in front of him left Yu Longfei scratching his head. He couldn't tell what was going on. You've got guts. Lin Fei's gaze swept over. It's a pity that this damned ability isn't up to par. Are you surprised? Count yourself lucky. Yu Longfei had nothing to be afraid of. I just want to let you know the power of the red-clothed kid. Is there a problem? Yu Longfei wasn't afraid that the other party would dare to do anything to him. You're right. A red-clothed kid is indeed nothing. Lin Fei laughed. But what if it's a green ghost? Ha ha ha, how is that possible? Yu Longfei laughed loudly. Do you really think I don't know, or am I pretending not to know? How could there be a green ghost in this villa? Normally, it was rare to see an orange ghost, let alone a high-level green ghost. Bluff, you can bluff as much as you want. Lin Fei said unhurriedly. You can come out now. Someone is ignoring your existence. Don't you think you should teach him a lesson? Woo woo woo. The lights in the villa suddenly dimmed. Zhao Yinghao, the red-clothed kid, was so scared that he trembled on the spot. You're not bad. You even know of my existence. A hoarse voice rang out. A green figure emerged. The red-clothed kid, Zhao Yinghao, instinctively wanted to escape, but a green figure appeared from the darkness. It reached out and grabbed Zhao Yinghao, tore him into pieces, and ate him in big mouthfuls. Your soul is very powerful. The green figure was a middle-aged man. His entire body was wet from head to toe. His entire body swelled up, and the sound of water dripping onto the ground could be heard. Green-clothed ghost! Yulong Fei's eyes widened. His entire body was trembling. There was actually a green-clothed ghost here. With his abilities, it would be easy for him to deal with the red-clothed kid. But this green-clothed ghost, Yulong Fei wouldn't dare to make a move even if he had 100 guts. Run! Without another word, Yulong Fei turned around and ran. He couldn't care less about showing off. His life was more important. In front of the green-clothed ghost, everyone in the villa could forget about living. Bam, bam, bam. 3 balls of light exploded. Yulong Fei ran to the entrance of the villa and blended into the darkness outside. Master Lin, he ran away. He ran away. Qian Duoduo's voice was trembling. Why don't we run away too? Lin Fei said calmly, no rush. Su Man was dumbfounded. He was really scared now. He wanted to run away, but he couldn't use any strength in his legs. If I were you, I'd just stand there obediently. Lin Fei laughed. Stand there obediently? Su Man was filled with doubt. Ah! All of a sudden, tragic cries rang out from outside. It wasn't anyone else but Yulong Fei. Master Lin, did something happen to him? Qian Duoduo looked at the darkness outside the door and stammered, he can't be dead, right? Don't worry, he won't die. Lin Fei laughed. He just has to pay a price. It's a pity that he didn't listen to me. Otherwise, he wouldn't have suffered such a huge loss. Qian Duoduo and Su Man shrunk their noses. Only then did they realize that the green-clothed ghost was actually gone. They didn't even know when the green-clothed ghost left. Young man, you know quite a lot. A faint voice reverberated in the air. It was the green-clothed ghost who had returned. At this moment, he had a satisfied look on his face. If I'm not wrong, the person who destroyed Zhao Yinghao's family was you. Lin Fei laughed. Not only that, after you killed them, you also ate their souls and successfully entered the green-clothed ghost level. Tonight, you're going to cause even more trouble. I don't know if I'm right. The green-clothed ghost sized up Lin Fei. His body was ordinary and didn't have that kind of annoying aura. Who the hell are you? The green-clothed ghost laughed cruelly. Tell me honestly, and I might give you a quick death later. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The villa was filled with a mist that turned into many ghostly faces. That's Zhao Yinghao's family. Qian Duoduo recognized them. Su Man sat paralyzed on the ground, gasping for breath. Tell me honestly. Lin Fei laughed. I'm not interested in the matters between you guys. If you want to say something, I can only say that you're unlucky. You didn't want to stay anywhere else but in this villa. So, after I cure you, I'll destroy you. Ha ha ha, destroy me. The green-clothed ghost laughed. That Yulong Fei just now wasn't my match. Let alone a young man like you. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The green-clothed ghost waved his hand and the faces whizzed over. 2K Reading Network. Chapter 3851. These faces opened their mouths and sprayed out water mist. The water mist carried a pungent smell. In just a moment, it made people feel like they were suffocating. The green-robed ghost's strength was not ordinary. Just this move alone was enough to make people feel unbearable. 1 level and 1 power, the difference was indeed huge. Unfortunately, this time he met Lin Fei, an undying expert. Such a small trick, and you dare to use it. Lin Fei stomped his foot. Boom! A terrifying sound exploded in the villa. It was as if heaven and earth had collapsed. Bang, bang, bang. Only to see that these attacks that could make people unbearable collapsed in a blink of an eye. One by one, they exploded and turned into streams of water mist. The green-robed ghost groaned. His body exploded into countless water droplets. You. Who are you? Just the power of one foot easily dissolved the attack. This made the green-robed ghost unable to accept it. You don't have the right to know. Lin Fei reached out his hand. The short distance was covered in an instant, grabbing the green-robed ghost's neck. You can't catch me. The green-robed ghost moved along his arm, turned into a ball of water, and rolled up. Your soul must be very strong. Eating it will be a great tonic. Lin Fei's lips curled. Boom! His blood boiled, and flames rose to the sky. I'm going to die. This is too painful. Just joking. The blood of an undying expert was so strong. One drop of blood could easily kill this little ghost. Don't kill me. I surrender. I surrender. The green-robed ghost struggled. I really surrender. The green-robed ghost, who had turned into a ball of water, kept struggling and transforming into faces. The ball of water also became smaller and smaller. It looked extremely miserable. Master is domineering. Qian Duo finally believed that Brother Lin was a master. He didn't seem to have done anything, but a ghost had admitted defeat. This method was powerful and domineering. Sumin blinked repeatedly. So this little brother is actually a master. You can even catch ghosts so easily. Sorry, I'm not interested in a little ghost like you. Lin Fei said lightly. Don't kill me. I'm willing to tell you a secret. Killing me won't do you any good. The green-robed ghost let out a miserable scream, and the last part of the water ball evaporated. The originally dark villa instantly returned to normal. The abnormal chill also disappeared and was replaced by a cool breeze. Master Lin, has the ghost been killed? Qian Duo asked. Lin Fei nodded. Of course, it's just a little brat. How capable can it be? This kind of trash was indeed not pleasing to the eye. Even a ghost king would not be able to withstand Lin Fei's attack, let alone a green-robed ghost. Of course, in Lin Fei's eyes, the ghost king and the green-robed imp were not divided into levels. They were simply too weak and could not withstand a single blow. Miss Su, are you all right? Lin Fei walked over and stretched out his hand. Sumin shook her head. It's just that my body is a little cold and my legs are weak. That's normal, because you were affected by the cold wind just now. Lin Fei said with a smile. Sumin stretched out her hand. Thank you. It's what I should do. Lin Fei grabbed Sumin's hand and a wave of heat extended. Remember, don't go and see ghosts for no reason in the future. After all, you won't be so lucky every time. Sumin only felt a wave of heat rush into her body, as if she was under the sun. The cold in her body disappeared without a trace, and her complexion returned to normal. Thank you, Master. I'll remember. Sumin really remembered. This small gesture made Sumin very grateful to Lin Fei. Master, can you add me to your reputation? Sumin took out her phone. No matter how stupid she was, she knew that this young man was a powerful master. Maybe one day, if I meet a ghost, I can ask you for advice. Yu Longfei couldn't be compared to this grandmaster at all. They were not on the same level. Lin Fei did not refuse. It was indeed rare to see someone not faint from a ghost during an outdoor live broadcast. He took out his phone and added Sumin's reputation. At the same time, he added a message, Outdoor Host Sumin. All right, there are still some problems with this villa. I need to clean it up. I'll send you out first. Lin Fei said with a smile. Remember, it's best not to talk about what happened today. We understand. Sumin and Qian Duo did not dare to say anything. Although it was their first time seeing a ghost, they knew how powerful ghosts were. They also knew that Master Lin was even more powerful than ghosts. Master Lin, isn't this Yu Longfei? How did he end up like this? On the road outside the villa, Sumin and Qian Duo exclaimed in shock, looking dumbfounded. Yu Longfei, who was originally lying on the ground, was now like a shriveled corpse. It was hard to recognize him. The two of them covered their mouths in disbelief. How long had it been? If not for the way he was dressed, they would have suspected that they had mistaken him for someone else. Lin Fei was not surprised at all about this situation. This is what I told you. Don't move. If you move, you will end up like this. His essence, chi, and soul were sucked away by the green-robed ghost. Luckily, he had a life-saving item on him. If not, he would have died. The two of them did not dare to think about it. If Lin Fei and Master Lin were not there, they would have. That's why. Don't play games if you have nothing better to do. Lin Fei said with a smile. If you really get targeted by a ghost, hee. In the end, Suman still called 120. This was Master Yu Zishan's godson. If he died here, it would definitely be troublesome. The ambulance came very quickly and took Yu Longfei away. Sumin and Qian Duoduo also left. They had to go back to calm down after what they had seen and heard. Lin Fei returned to the villa. Hee, a green-robed ghost, and a water ghost at that. Lin Fei chuckled. He came to the back garden of the villa and stopped at an inconspicuous place. Open. With one step, the ground cracked. A dark green bead rushed out, and the air was filled with moisture. Even if you didn't tell me, I could still find something if I wanted to. Lin Fei picked up the dark green pearl. That Zhao Yinghao is really unlucky to have obtained a treasure. It's a pity that he was unlucky. The owner of the villa died because of this dark green pearl. This dark green bead was a special soul stone that could accommodate ghosts. The green-robed ghost lived in this bead. Coincidentally, this soul stone bead had fallen into Zhao Yinghao's hands. However, there was something wrong with this soul stone, as it had been set up by someone. Hence, Zhao Yinghao's nightmare came. The green-robed ghost appeared and killed the entire family in the villa. He even used the souls of Zhao Yinghao's family to successfully advance. He was not weak, and he even wanted to start a massacre here. I don't know who is so cruel. I hope they won't bother me. Kacha. A spiritual imprint on the soul stone instantly collapsed. Chapter 3852. P.S. There was only one update today. It was a complete mess. The moment the soul imprint on the soul stone collapsed, Jiangbei District, in a secret room of a mansion. Under the dim light, a figure who was sitting cross-legged suddenly vomited blood. His expression also became dispirited, as if he had aged more than 10 years. Who was it? Who destroyed my soul stone and my green-robed ghost? The ferocious and terrifying roar echoed in the dark room, stirring up gusts of chilly wind and emitting the sharp sound of a long flute. I will kill you, I will kill you. Months of planning, the hope of controlling Jiangbei. The roar was accompanied by endless hatred. Another mouthful of blood came out. He fell to the ground. This soul stone is useless to me, but I can refine it into something. Lin Fei put away the soul stone with a smile. Without the soul stone and the influence of the green-robed ghost, the mansion returned to normal. Lin Fei found a place and sat down. The night went on until dawn. This is what a mansion should look like. Lin Fei stood up and walked to the balcony. As he gazed at the rising sun, the corners of his lips curled up, revealing a faint smile. Without the influence of the dirty things, the mansion looked brand new. Lin Fei didn't stay idle. This was the first house in Jiangbei. He had to decorate it. He wanted to ask Charlene to help, but he decided not to. As a man who fought and killed, he didn't know much about decorating. Should he ask Lu Qingru? She was busy with the fairy duck, so it wasn't suitable. Should he ask Qin Shanshan for help? He had to find someone to refer to. In the end, Lin Fei suppressed the thought and took out his phone to call Qian Duoduo. Xiao Qian, are you free? Do you know anyone who knows how to decorate a mansion? Qian Duoduo had just woken up. He answered the call immediately. I'm going to be busy today. Lin Fei Put away the phone. Young Master Tang Feng should be here soon. People's Hospital. Tang Feng panicked. In the ward, regardless of whether it was a doctor or a nurse, once they entered the ward, they would subconsciously feel a chill. This chill came from young Master Tang Feng. He tried everything he could think of, but he still couldn't find the problem. Zhou Tianjing's hair was about to turn white, and his brows were constantly furrowed. I'm going to faint. I'm feeling cold. Tang Feng was wrapped in countless blankets. For others, this situation would definitely be unbearably hot. But for Tang Feng, there was only cold all over his body. It did not help at all. He felt as if he had fallen into a 10,000-year-old iceberg. Apart from pain, there was only pain. That person is a master, definitely a master. Tang Feng's mind kept replaying the conversation. Trembling, he gritted his teeth and said, Find him immediately. Also, bring me the strange stone that I brought back from the treasure pavilion. You must invite him back. At this moment, Tang Feng's body was trembling nonstop. It was a short sentence, but it took a long time for him to finish it. Tang Feng had never been so panicked and afraid. He didn't dare to imagine if he would die if he lost so much weight tomorrow. Looking for someone, he had to find someone immediately. Tang Feng regretted buying this strange stone. He was clearly an ordinary young man who looked about the same age as him, but when he spoke, his words were really accurate. Looking for someone. As the dean, Zhou Tianjing was also confused. Was there any doctor who was better than them? Tang Feng's confidant didn't dare to hesitate and immediately began to arrange to find someone. At this time, in a forest villa on the outskirts of Donghai. This villa covered a large area, including a mountaintop. In the villa, there were all kinds of buildings and pavilions. Everywhere was filled with antique charm, as if it was an antique era. This villa had a very meaningful name, Longting Villa. In Donghai, Longting Villa was very famous. This was not in the eyes of the masses, but in the top upper class. Soaring Dragon Villa was almost no different from a holy land, because the owner of Soaring Dragon Villa was the #1 master of Donghai, Yu Zishan, real metaphysics master. Over the years, Master Yu Zishan almost never made a move. Although he didn't make a move, no one dared to offend him. In the hall of the villa, the atmosphere was extremely depressing. Father, you have to stand up for me. Yu Longfei sat on a mahogany chair. It was very difficult for him to speak, but he still couldn't hide his anger. That guy is an evil Feng, Shui Master. I really can't swallow this. In one night, the handsome and arrogant Yu Longfei was almost no different from an old man who was over 70 years old, or even older. No one would believe their eyes if they saw him like this. In the middle of the hall, there was an old man wearing old cloth shoes and a Tang suit. He seemed to be in his 70s or 80s, but his face was ruddy and he seemed to be full of righteousness. Sitting in this hall, he was like a stabilizing force. And on the left of the old man, there were 4 people standing there. These 4 people were all young people, but they were not the same as ordinary young people. They were full of arrogance, as if they didn't care about the people in the world. Even though they were all angry and brotherly at the moment, there was still a hint of schadenfreude in their eyes. Father, we have to do something about Lao Wu. This evil Feng, Shui Master, must be killed. The 4th son, Yulong Shui, said, otherwise he will think that we are afraid of that guy. As one of the adopted sons, there was actually a lot of competition among them. Everyone wanted to inherit their father's legacy, to become the new generation of metaphysics master in East Ocean. I also think that we have to stand up for Lao Wu. The 3rd son was a middle-aged man with a square face. He said gloomily, no matter who that guy is, he must be punished for being so presumptuous in East Ocean. The other 4 adopted sons had the same attitude. We have to do something. We have to teach that evil Feng, Shui Master, a lesson. Xiao Wu, you disappoint me. Yu Zishan, who was in the middle of the hall, said in a loud and clear voice, I told you to learn well. and now you know that you are at a disadvantage. Father, I know that I am wrong. You Long Fei just wanted to make that kid suffer. No matter what, that person must pay for his current appearance. You Long Fei knew better than anyone that he had lost everything, including his future. His current appearance would be a big joke if it was spread out. Xiao San, Xiao Si, go out and bring that kid back, Yu Zishan said. My son is not someone that can be bullied by anyone. And you, Xiao Wu, don't go out for a period of time. Stay in the villa and heal your injuries. When the 80th birthday celebration is held, we will ask the Grandmaster to help you recover. Yu Longfei was overjoyed. Thank you, Father. 2K Reading Net. Chapter 3853. Master Lin, this is an expert in decorating villas. Qian Duo immediately brought people over. After seeing how powerful Lin Fei was, Qian Duo realized that this was an opportunity. When he heard that he needed help, he immediately used his connections to find a home designer. Hello, Mr. Lin. I am Zhang Wani. Zhang Wani took the initiative to say, What do you think of this place? Lin Fei said, I prefer elegant decorations. It's best if it's relaxed. There's no need to change it too much. Zhang Wani took out his notebook and recorded it. Zhang Wani didn't dare to underestimate someone that Qian Duo cared about. Soaring Dragon Villa wasn't cheap. This business had to be done well. Mr. Lin's request isn't difficult. I have a few plans here. You can take a look. Zhang Wani took out his tablet and opened one of the documents. He started to introduce them one by one. One had to admit that this Zhang Wani was an expert. This will do. Lin Fei was very satisfied. Mr. Lin, you have good taste. This design suits you the most. Zhang Wani complimented. It will take at most a week. I guarantee it will be done. A week. Lin Fei could accept it. Give me your bank account number. Zhang Wani was happy. He had met a big customer. He didn't even blink when paying 5 million. How generous. After signing the contract, Lin Fei left the key and went to the security office to explain. Then he left Soaring Dragon Villa with Qian Duo. Do you have a familiar car dealership? Lin Fei decided to get himself a car. It was really convenient to not have a car. As for flying, it was a little difficult now, unless the infinite godly body was restored to a certain extent. The passage to another world was more terrifying than he imagined. If it wasn't for the fact that the infinite godly body had reached the immortal level, he would have died without a doubt, not to mention standing here. Lin Fei was very satisfied. Master Lin, if you want to buy a car, then you are right to find me. I know a friend who specializes in selling cars. Qian Duo was worried that he didn't have a chance to show off. Master Lin, you must drive $1 million luxury car. After leaving Soaring Dragon Villa, Qian Duo's car didn't go far. At a fork in the road, 3 vans rushed out and blocked the road, blocking Qian Duo's car. Are you guys crazy? Qian Duo rolled down the window and roared. But in the next second, more than a dozen strong men rushed out of the van. They were all holding steel pipes and broadswords, full of murderous intent. Qian Duo was immediately frightened. Call the police. Call the police immediately. Lin Fei, get the hell out here. These people surrounded Qian Duo's car. One of the brawny men knocked on the car window and stared at Lin Fei with a ferocious look. If you don't come out, don't blame us for smashing the car. Please come out. Qian Duo had never seen such a scene before, but at the very least he had seen ghosts before, so he mustered up his courage and said, Who are you? Do you know who I am? I'm Qian Duo, and Qian Dahai is my father. Do you believe that my father can make you suffer with just a word? In Jiangbei district, Qian Dahai's name was still very intimidating. After all, a person's reputation was like a tree's shadow. Young Master Qian, this matter has nothing to do with you. The leader's face changed. You just sit still. We just want Lin Fei to come out. Let me tell you, we are from the Azure Dragon Gang. Azure Dragon Gang. As soon as these three words came out, Qian Duoduo's face changed. In Jiangbei District, the Azure Dragon Gang was the biggest gang with great influence. Qian Duoduo had heard of the Azure Dragon Gang's fierce name. That, you see, is there any misunderstanding? Qian Duoduo said with a smile. There is no misunderstanding. The brawny man said, Our Azure Dragon Gang's boss wants to see Lin Fei. If you want to stop him, you have to think carefully. Shout Qian. You don't have to say anything. Lin Fei said with a smile. After they mentioned the Azure Dragon Gang, Lin Fei knew what was going on. The Gao family's revenge was coming. Lin Fei opened the car door and got out. Are you sure it's your boss who wants to see me? Lin Fei said indifferently. The leader didn't expect this person to be so young. Brother Bao's death had a lot to do with this person. No matter what, he had to bring him back. It's your honor that our boss wants to see you. Come with us. The brawny man suppressed his doubts and said coldly, Don't make us do it ourselves. Lin Fei said with a smile, It just so happens that I have admired your Azure Dragon Gang for a long time. It's a good opportunity to see it. Xiao Qian, you can go back first. I will contact you later. Since the Azure Dragon Gang was looking for death, Lin Fei didn't mind helping them. Get in the car. Qian Duoduo watched as Master Lin was brought into the car. The three vans disappeared in a blink of an eye. Azure Dragon Gang, what should we do? Qian Duoduo couldn't stop them. Master Lin should be fine, right? Sitting in the van, the brawny man saw it personally. This guy, who looked like a college student, was actually related to Brother Bao's death. This was unbelievable. But from the investigation, this guy was indeed very suspicious. Most importantly, it was rumored that Brother Bao's crazy running in the square was caused by this guy. You're very calm. Scared? I haven't known what fear is for a long time. Lin Fei said with a smile. But your boss will probably know what fear is soon. Awesome. He was really awesome. This was the first time they had seen such a person. Ring, ring, ring. Lin Fei's phone rang. Don't answer it. The brawny man said coldly, Hand over your phone. The Azure Dragon Gang had a big influence, but they didn't dare to go too far. Once they were exposed, they wouldn't be able to escape. Lin Fei took out his phone and realized that it was an unknown number. Ever since he came back, there were only a few numbers in his phone. This number was the kind that he didn't recognize. Lin Fei chose to hang up. Look after my phone. Lin Fei threw his phone to the brawny man. If it was any other time, the brawny man would have used his fist to show this guy what a sandbag-sized fist was. But this time, it was the boss who wanted to see Lin Fei. If this matter wasn't cleared up, the Azure Dragon Gang would become a joke in the underworld. It would even affect the Gao family behind it. After hanging up, that number came again. The brawny man directly hung up. But for some reason, that number kept on calling. Once, twice, a total of 7 or 8 times. The brawny man was also furious. After another call, the brawny man was furious. Are you looking for death? If you dare to call again, I'll cut you in half. Settle the score? Come at me. We're from the Azure Dragon Gang. What, Lin Fei? He's in our hands now. After roaring, the brawny man hung up the phone. To save trouble, he directly turned off his phone. Don't you think it's interesting? Someone actually came to beg you. You're interesting. Chapter 3854. Jiangbei People's Hospital. What? Mr. Lin was taken away by the Azure Dragon Gang. Tang Feng, who was lying on the bed, got up and a cold look flashed across his eyes. Azure Dragon Gang, he's courting death, ha. The terrifying chill had invaded him countless times. Right now, the temperature in the room was at least 10 to 20 degrees lower than the temperature outside, if not more. Tang Feng couldn't take it anymore. Trash, how did you do things? Tang Feng scolded. At this moment, no one knew better than him that Lin Fei was definitely an expert. Even though he didn't know why the Azure Dragon Gang would take him away at this time, in Tang Feng's eyes it was because the Azure Dragon Gang wanted to be his enemy. Today he was cold and tomorrow he would lose tens of kilograms. Tang Feng didn't dare to imagine what would happen. It might even be a terrifying death that he didn't even dare to think about. Help me out immediately. I want to see how the Azure Dragon Gang dares to touch Miracle Dr. Lin. Tang Feng had already regarded Lin Fei as a miracle doctor. Other than a miracle doctor, what else was there to explain? Young Master Tang, you found a miracle doctor. Director Zhou Tianjing, who had just entered, heard Tang Feng's words. I wonder which miracle doctor it is. Maybe I know him. As the director, Zhou Tianjing, actually scoffed at those miracle doctors outside. Other than liars, they were all liars. It was just a difference in skill. You don't know him. Tang Feng didn't know what Director Zhou was thinking, because he was the miracle doctor who asked me to come for a checkup. Unfortunately, I didn't believe him. He has such ability. With regards to Tang Feng's situation, Zhou Tianjing was also helpless until now. It was embarrassing to talk about it. But now that Tang Feng actually said the reason, it definitely made Zhou Tianjing dumbfounded, his face full of disbelief. I have to go immediately. I don't think Director Zhou will stop me. Tang Feng was ready to get up. No matter how cold he was, he had to rush over. If something happened, Tang Feng wouldn't forgive himself, because only Miracle Dr. Lin could save him now. Zhou Tianjing didn't dare to stop him. Young Master Tang, your current situation is very complicated. Leave the hospital. But I must accompany you. Zhou Tianjing was indeed worried. If something happened to young Master Tang, he would not be able to sit in this position. Of course, Zhou Tianjing also wanted to meet this miracle doctor. Even the People's Hospital had gathered the best resources, but they still couldn't analyze the illness. It would be a lie to say that they were not ashamed. Zhou Tianjing wanted to know what illness young Master Tang Feng was suffering from. All right, Tang Feng didn't refuse. In fact, he was worried about it. Since Executive Zhou took the initiative to ask, it couldn't be a better thing. Lin Fei sat in the van. After walking around the downtown area, the van drove into the back door of a club. Glory Club. It was the headquarters of the Azure Dragon Gang. In the Jiangbei district, the Glory Clubhouse was a top-notch clubhouse. However, during the day it was extremely quiet. There was no sign of the hustle and bustle that only occurred at night. Go in obediently. Don't try to play any tricks. The muscular man was the first to get out of the car and said fiercely. Lin Fei walked down and found himself in the downtown area. The clubhouse seemed to be very classy. Go in through the back door. The clubhouse wasn't open for business yet. It was deserted and there was almost no one in sight. Boss, I've brought him. On the top floor of the Glory Clubhouse, the muscular man stood outside and knocked on the door. Come in. The loud and clear voice carried a hint of coldness. It was filled with the might of a superior. The muscular man pushed the door open and entered. It was a large and spacious room. The interior was luxuriously decorated, and the floor was covered with thick blankets. It was as if one was stepping on clouds. This was a top-notch foreign blanket, an inch of gold. At this time, a burly man with a stocky build was sitting on a leather sofa. He had a big cigar in his mouth and was puffing out clouds of smoke. Behind him were two tall women who were massaging his shoulders and back. This burly man was the leader of the Azure Dragon Gang, Gao Jian. Boss, this is Lin Fei. Back then, Brother Bao had a conflict with him and became a joke in the Jiangbei district news. The muscular man said, Kid, do you know where this is? Gao Jian sneered and puffed out a ring of smoke. His fierce gaze seemed to turn into 1,000 knives and poke a person into a hornet's nest. Such a person made the Azure Dragon Gang a joke. If it wasn't for the fact that there was no mistake in the information, Gao Jian would have suspected that there was a mistake. How could this brat turn Zhao Bao into a joke? Too young. Lin Fei smiled and sat on the sofa next to him. This place is not bad. Rich people really know how to enjoy themselves. Lin Fei smiled. This action startled everyone present. The muscular man was the first to get angry. Kid, stand up. Who allowed you to sit? Don't you know where you are? This is the Azure Dragon Gang. Lin Fei ignored the other party's words. Instead, he picked up the teapot on the table and poured himself a cup of tea. This tea looked, smelled, and tasted good. Lin Fei took a sip in front of him. It tasted good. Right, what is the real disciple of the Gao family hiding inside? Why don't you come out and meet me? Gao Jian was annoyed. This was the first time someone was so presumptuous in front of him. As soon as the words left his mouth, his expression changed. Who the hell are you? The muscular man who brought Lin Fei reached out to grab him. He wanted to teach Lin Fei a lesson. Lin Fei casually waved his hand, and the big man felt a massive force slam into his body. He was like a broken sack as he smashed into the wall. Half of his body hung from the wall, and spiderweb-like cracks appeared on the wall. What? You can't bear to come out. Gao Jian stood up. It's you. You must be the one who killed Zhao Bao. Gao Jian's action just now had a trace of panic in his heart. The hand hanging on the wall, which weighed about 180 kilograms, now looked like a piece of leaf hanging on the wall. This was a martial artist. Gao Jian was also a martial artist. He definitely could not do what the other party did. That's right, I killed him. Lin Fei smiled. Do you know why I came? I wanted to see what the rumored leader of the Azure Dragon Gang looks like. Also, I wanted to try my luck and see if I could meet someone from the Gao family. It seems that my luck is not bad. Ignored. Blatant disregard. Gao Jian was about to explode. He opened the drawer and took out a Desert Eagle. The body of the silver gun was black, and the muzzle was aimed at Lin Fei. You're very arrogant. Continue to be arrogant if you can. Gao Jian laughed. You dared to kill someone from the Azure Dragon Gang, and even dared to admit it. You're completely looking down on the Azure Dragon Gang. Tell me, who ordered you to do this? Gao Jian calmed down after taking out the Desert Eagle. So what if you're a martial artist? If you dare to move under my gun, I'll kill you. Chapter 38:55. Gao Jian was infuriated. He hadn't even interrogated this brat. But this brat had already made the first impression and treated this place as his own home. This made Gao Jian very unhappy. The leader of the Azure Dragon Gang hung his head there. You're already a boss, but your mental fortitude isn't good. Lin Fei didn't look at the muzzle of the gun and continued to sip his cup. So, you can only be a gang leader. You won't be able to achieve anything great. Shut up. Do you believe that I won't shoot you? Gao Jian shouted. You wouldn't dare. Lin Fei smiled and said, It's better to ask the one from the Gao family to come out. We're all busy people. Let's talk things over and get back to work. Gao Jian really wanted to kill this kid, but he didn't dare. Pa pa pa. His voice fell. The sound of applause rang out. Now I believe that you really killed Zhao Bao. You are indeed a cruel and merciless fellow. In an inconspicuous place, a young man with an imposing appearance walked out. This was a young man with long hair who looked very artistic. Young Master Rong, Gao Jian said, It's better to kill this kid. This young man was a true disciple of the Gao family, Gao Rong. Today they were here to discuss some matters, but they didn't expect to encounter such a thing. Gao Rong was also shocked and surprised. There were actually people who did not put the Azure Dragon Gang in their eyes. It seemed that the Gao family behind them was the same. There's no hurry. Gao Rong sat down in front of him. I'm Gao Rong from the Gao family. You can speak your mind now. This seemingly unremarkable person had attacked so viciously. Not only had he killed Zhao Bao, but he had also killed all his subordinates. Gao Rong really wanted to know what Lin Fei wanted to say. Actually, I don't talk much. Lin Fei put down his cup. I want to say, How much money do you intend to pay for the lives of you and this gang leader? Because no one has ever lived after threatening me. Because I'm someone you can't afford to offend. These words were too arrogant. Gao Rong suspected that he had heard wrongly. You want to kill us? Gao Rong laughed. I think this is the funniest joke I've heard today. Gao Jian, the leader of the Azure Dragon Gang, also laughed. Take their lives. He really dared to say anything. Young Master Rong, it's better to get someone to break his legs and his teeth. Gao Jian said, bragging all the way to us. I really want to open your head and see if there's something wrong with it. Lin Fei smiled faintly and said, Are you sure you don't want to die? Gao Jian laughed heartily. If you want my life, then come and take it if you have the ability. I really want to know if your movements are faster or if my bullets are faster. Gao Rong couldn't figure out what the other party was thinking. Take their lives? No one in Jiangbei or the East Sea dared to say something like that. They wouldn't dare even if they were given 100 guts. As you wish. Lin Fei said lightly, Then you can just commit suicide. Suicide? Gao Jian wanted to laugh. How could he commit suicide? Utter nonsense. Ha ha ha, is this all you've got? Gao Jian laughed heartily, but in the next second his eyes widened as he realized in horror that the desert eagle in his hand was slowly turning its muzzle. No. Gao Jian couldn't control his hand. Bang! The muzzle was turned, and the angle was slightly upward. Gao Jian was terrified and uneasy as he pulled the trigger. A flower of blood exploded on Gao Jian's head. Gao Rong, who was sitting leisurely on the sofa, instantly jumped up. You killed him. You actually, Lin Fei took a sip of tea. Did I kill him? It was completely because he felt guilty, so he committed suicide. This kind of thing is very normal. His words sounded indifferent, but when they fell into Gao Rong's ears, they became unusually cold. At this moment, he finally understood what Lin Fei meant. Now, do you still think that I'm joking? Gao Rong panicked, but he tried his best not to panic. He roared, What are you still standing there for? Quickly arrest him. Gao Rong knew Gao Jian's strength, but in front of this Lin Fei, he actually became defenseless and actually shot himself to death. If he didn't see it with his own eyes, Gao Rong wouldn't dare to believe it was true. Someone not only provoked the Azure Dragon Gang, but also wanted to become enemies with their Gao family. No matter who is standing behind you, this time no one can save you. Gao Rong was completely enraged. The death of Gao Jian had a huge impact on the Gao family. No matter who was standing behind Lin Fei, the Gao family would make them pay a heavy price. The Gao family could not be humiliated. After being roared at by Gao Rong, these people came back to their senses. They were scared out of their wits just now. Right, capture him. Everyone attacked together. There were still 7 or 8 people from the Azure Dragon Gang present, and they all had some strength. However, they were unlucky, and just as they got close to Lin Fei, balls of blood, mist exploded. In that instant, the blood mist that filled the sky was like a blooming firework. Bang, bang, bang. Gao Rong only saw the bloody firework bloom, and his entire face was covered in blood. Not only his face, even the clothes on his body were covered in blood. You! Gao Rong was so frightened that he didn't know what to say. Too terrifying. There is nothing more shocking than watching those people being beaten into a cloud of blood mist. Sit down, let's have a good chat. Lin Fei pointed at the sofa in front of him. Gao Rong said in panic, Don't kill me, we can talk about everything. He sat down while trembling. I'll buy my life. Gao Rong couldn't even speak properly. His mind was almost blank. The person in front of him was definitely an expert. In the entire Gao family, there might not be a powerful martial artist who could contend against this person. What do you want to do? Lin Fei laughed. Gao Rong was like a child at this moment, terrified and uneasy. His face was abnormally pale. I'll pay 100 million to buy my life. Gao Rong couldn't care less now. His life was more important. Today's matter, no third person will know. Our Gao family and the Azure Dragon Gang will not cause any trouble for Mr. Lin. Gao Rong was truly afraid. Your life is very cheap. Lin Fei laughed. Not enough. Plop. Gao Rong knelt on the ground. Mr. Lin, don't kill me. I'll pay 300 million. I really only have this much. Gao Rong's legs were trembling from fear. This was all he had. 300 million. Lin Fei couldn't be bothered with the Azure Dragon Gang. There was nothing more shocking than killing them on the spot. Lin Fei didn't want to be disturbed. It seemed that the effect was not bad. 300 million was a mental loss. An immortal expert wasn't that easy to offend. Mr. Lin, wait. Gao Rong thought that the other party wasn't satisfied. Cold sweat flowed down his back. I know of another good thing. I believe Mr. Lin will be satisfied. Are you sure? Gao Rong lowered his head. That's a treasure. I'll get it for Mr. Lin now. Chapter 3856. Rare treasure. Lin Fei really didn't think much of it. If it wasn't deep in the mountains, it was difficult to find a good thing. Even if there was, in Lin Fei's eyes, it wasn't worth mentioning. Lin Fei still gave Gao Rong a chance. He had nothing to do anyway. Gao Rong didn't have the guts to escape. The person in front of him was too scary. He wouldn't dare even if he was given 100 guts. In less than 5 minutes, Gao Rong returned. Mr. Lin, this is it. Gao Rong held a small wooden box in his hand. It was the size of a fist. I came across this thing by chance outside. The box was opened. A comfortable aura spread out from the box. The smell of blood that was originally lingering in the air disappeared without a trace with the appearance of this aura. This is a seed. It's very magical. I didn't dare to plant it rashly. Gao Rong handed the box over. A trace of pain flashed in his eyes. But there was no other way. His life was more important. Nothing could compare to his life. You're very lucky. Lin Fei reached out and the box landed in his hand. There was an emerald green seed in the box. It was the size of a pill, but it emitted a pleasant aura. Gao Rong laughed dryly. Lin Fei had to admit that this rare treasure was very good, because it was a spirit tree seed. As for what kind of spirit tree seed it was, he didn't know. But one thing was the quality of this spirit tree shouldn't be low. Fortunately, you didn't plant it rashly. Otherwise, this thing would be useless. Lin Fei closed the box. Outsiders might feel that the aura was very comfortable, but in fact, it was the spirit energy of the seed itself. Every time it was opened, it would be lost. In the end, this spirit tree seed would become an ordinary seed. Only Lin Fei knew how to plant it. As long as Mr. Lin is satisfied, Gao Rong secretly heaved a sigh of relief. He gritted his teeth and gave away the rare treasure. This step should be right, as long as he liked it. Gao Rong was really afraid that the other party would kill him. That would really be a grievance. You're very smart. I hope you can always stay smart. Lin Fei smiled. Give me 300 million and your life is saved. Gao Rong's heart was in his throat. Thank you for showing mercy, Mr. Lin. Gao Rong said gratefully, no one else will know about what happened today, and the Green Dragon Gang will not cause any trouble for Mr. Lin. I hope you can do it. Lin Fei said lightly. If anyone from the Azure Dragon Gang comes looking for trouble with me again, I don't mind putting all the blame on you. I just don't know if you'll have enough money next time. I don't dare. Gao Rong's face twitched. He made up his mind to warn his subordinates not to act recklessly. Anyone who dared to do so would be killed on the spot. Having experienced it once, Gao Rong did not wish to experience it again. Ding dong. On Lin Fei's phone, a 300 million yuan transfer notification appeared. Mr. Lin, this is the black gold card of the Azure Dragon Gang. With this card, you can spend as much as you want. Gao Rong took out another black card. The quality of this black card seemed to be very ordinary. But in the Azure Dragon Gang, it was a top-notch card and one could enjoy all kinds of consumer services. Gao Rong only had 3 of them on hand. In order to not let the other party really hate him, he did not hesitate to pay a heavy price. Lin Fei accepted it without hesitation. "What are you doing? You can't go in." While Gao Rong was pouring tea for Lin Fei, a hurried voice came from outside. "Isn't this the Azure Dragon Gang's headquarters? Do you know who I am?" Even Gao Rong would not dare to say such words to me. The footsteps were getting faster and faster. A loud sound rang out. The door was pushed open. "Who has the guts to behave atrociously in the Azure Dragon Gang?" Gao Rong said coldly as he stood up and looked at the door. "It's me." Tang Feng strode in. At this moment, Tang Feng's face was pale and he was trembling. "You still want to make a move on me?" Tang Feng sneered. "Believe it or not, I can make your Azure Dragon Gang suffer with just a phone call." Gao Rong opened his mouth, but did not dare to speak. "Young Master Tang, why are you here? At least inform us." Gao Rong did not dare to offend Tang Feng. In terms of influence, the Gao family was far inferior to the Tang family. The Gao family could only be in the Jiangbei district, but the Tang family's influence was in the entire East Ocean. With this comparison, the difference was obvious. Gao Rong was also puzzled. After all, the Gao family and the Tang family had always minded their own business. Why would they barge in now? "Miracle Dr. Lin, are you all right?" In the next second, Tang Feng came in front of Lin Fei and said respectfully. Gao Rong's heart skipped a beat. Did he have to be so powerful? This was someone without any background. Even the Tang family's Tang Feng came. This was... Lin Fei smiled. "What could happen to me? Young Master Gao invited me to tea, so I came to broaden my horizons. The taste is not bad, you can try it too." Gao Rong was really afraid that Mr. Lin would say bad things about him. If that was the case, he would not know how to deal with it. Yes, I invited Mr. Lin to tea." Gao Rong explained. "Young Master Tang, do you want a cup?" Tang Feng did not believe this. He knew very well what kind of person Gao Rong was and what the Azure Dragon Gang did. "Forget about tea." Tang Feng smiled. "Today I'm here to look for Miracle Dr. Lin." Immediately, his subordinate brought over a box. "Miracle Dr. Lin, this is yours. I've brought it for you." Tang Feng did not mention anything about what happened before. He urgently needed Miracle Dr. Lin's help in his current situation. Miracle Dr. Lin? Gao Rong's heart skipped a beat again. What was in the box was the Dark Sky Stone. Other than that, there was also an ICBC card. "Thank you." Lin Fei smiled. "Find a place. I'll help you take a look." Tang Feng was overjoyed. The stone in his heart was also put down. He came all the way here and endured the chill in his body just for the sentence. He could be saved. "Let's go to my villa." Tang Feng said, "It's not far from here." Sure. Director Zhou Tianzheng, who had been following him, felt like he was looking at flowers through a fog. This person who looked no different from a university student. Could he really be a miracle doctor? Regarding this, Zhou Tianzheng had huge doubt in his heart. But in this place he did not dare to say anything. His heart was still filled with doubts. Since when did the miracle doctor become so young? No, if there's a chance, I must test this kid. Zhou Tianzheng thought. I can't just watch young Master Tang be tricked. It might just be a small problem. Gao Rong sent Lin Fei and Tang Feng out of the Glory Clubhouse. Just outside the door, a police car drove over. Chan Shan, who had a pair of long legs, got out of the car with a dignified expression. But when she saw Lin Fei, she could not help but feel relieved. "Mr. Lin." Chan Shan had indeed received the news and rushed over immediately, afraid that there would be an accident. The scene in front of Shui was a bit unexpected. Tang Feng of the Tang family was also there. Gao Rong seemed to be sending someone down. Work. Lin Fei smiled. Chun Shanshan actually wanted to force her way through. When Lin Fei said this, Chun Shanshan's heart warmed. I happen to be passing by. My grandfather wants to invite you to dinner. I don't know when you'll be free. Lin Fei smiled. Then, let's do it in 3 days. Chapter 38:57. P.S. I was dizzy from the gastrointestinal endoscopy yesterday, so I didn't update. Chun Shanshan watched as Lin Fei got into Tang Feng's car and left. His words were still echoing in her mind. Even now, she still found it hard to believe. She actually invited Lin Fei to her house. This was something she didn't even dare to think about. Grandpa will be very happy if he knows. Chun Shanshan had always wanted to invite Lin Fei over, but she didn't know how to say it. After all, Lin Fei helped her a lot last time. Now that her grandpa's internal injury was gone, he might be able to take that step. It could be said that Lin Fei was a great benefactor of the Qin family. However, after a short period of contact, Chun Shanshan felt that Lin Fei had always been very mysterious, as if there was a mysterious veil covering his face. Where did he go in those 6 years? Why couldn't she find any information? It was as if he had evaporated from the world. When they met a few times, Chun Shanshan didn't feel like he was in his 20s, but someone full of vicissitudes of life. It was too strange, but she had this feeling. Miss Chin, do you know Mr. Lin? Gao Rong let out a long sigh of relief. Why, is there a problem? Chun Shanshan wasn't afraid of Gao Rong. Gao Rong shook his head. No, I'm just curious. Is this Mr. Lin also a miracle doctor? Miracle doctor? Chun Shanshan had a thought. Could it be that Tang Feng came to see Lin Fei? This thought seemed ridiculous no matter how she looked at it. Miracle Dr. Lin, I was blind last time. Please don't take it to heart. Tang Feng sat in the back seat and sincerely apologized. I won't dare to do it again. Tang Feng was afraid now. It wasn't just Lin Fei's means. Gao Rong's actions also seemed like he was the one who suffered a big loss. Tang Feng was a playboy, but he still had a good eye. He was afraid that if Lin Fei didn't treat him, he would be finished. It was scary just thinking about it. Tang Feng didn't have any heirs now. His life was more important. I've seen your sincerity, Lin Fei said indifferently. You didn't move the strange stone elsewhere, so you're not stupid. Tang Feng let out a sigh of relief. You're right, Miracle Dr. Lin. I happen to have some strange things in my villa. Miracle Dr. Lin can take a look. Maybe there's something that you'd like. Tang Feng said, trying to please Lin Fan. Sure. The other party had come with sincerity. Lin Fei had no interest in Tang Feng. In any case, the other party had spent money to buy something for him. 10 minutes later, the group arrived at a high-class residential area. There were high-rise commercial buildings as well as townhouses. In a place like Jiangbei District, it could be considered as a facade. 1 square meter would cost at least 50,000 yuan. Miracle Dr. Lin, this is my villa. Tang Feng's voice trembled as he spoke, forcing a smile as he introduced himself. The door of the villa was pushed open. Xiaofeng, who let you leave the hospital? The smile on Tang Feng's face stiffened. He forced a smile and said, Dad, why are you here? In the hall of the villa, there were 3 people sitting there, 2 men and a woman. One of the men was about 50 years old. He had a high position and gave off an invisible pressure. As for the other man, he was in his early 30s. He had a refined appearance and a scholarly aura. The other woman was a beautiful lady, noble and elegant. At this moment, she also stood up with a worried look on her face. Xiaofeng, you left the hospital without saying a word. Are you trying to scare me to death? This man and woman were none other than Tang Feng's parents. If I didn't come, how would I know that you were sick? You're playing with your life. Tang Zhen said coldly. Xiaofeng, why didn't you tell us that you were sick? Tang Feng's mother, Wang Shuling, walked up. Look at you. Look at what you've become. Director Zhou, you've disappointed me. Director Zhou Tianzheng, who had followed them in, was now covered in cold sweat. His face had turned pale. Director Wang, I know I was wrong. Zhou Tianzheng lowered his head and said, not daring to explain too much. Although Wang Shuling was Tang Feng's mother, she was Director Zhou Tianjing's immediate superior and the leader of the Department of Health. You still know you're wrong. Wang Shuling said coldly, if anything happens to my son, how are you going to explain yourself? Zhou Tianzheng could only keep his head lowered. Mom, this has nothing to do with Director Zhou. Tang Feng quickly said, I wanted to go out myself. Wang Shuling pointed at Lin Fei. Just because he's a divine doctor? Auntie, don't be angry. The gentle young man came up and said, Xiaofeng's matter is actually not a big deal. I'll take a look at him later. Tang Feng looked at the gentle young man and showed a displeased expression. Who said that? Can you take a good look at him? Shut up. How can you talk to him like that? Tang Jin really wanted to slap him. What kind of son did he have? He came here specially. Is there anything wrong with that? Auntie, it's fine. The bespectacled young man smiled. When a patient is sick, they're all the same. Young man, this has nothing to do with you. You can leave now before I get angry. Tang Jin said lightly to Lin Fei, someone will naturally take care of my family Xiaofeng's illness. Uncle, this kind of swindler should be arrested. The bespectacled young man said righteously, if we don't arrest him today, people like him who don't have a medical qualification certificate are completely murderers. It's precisely because of these people who claim to be divine doctors that so many things have happened. Gua Haipeng, he's not a swindler. He's divine Dr. Lin, someone I invited. If you dare say another word, I'll kill you. Tang Feng was so angry that his eyes almost popped out. When Zhou Tianzheng heard Gua Haipeng's name, his expression also changed slightly. Xiaofeng, apologize. Apologize to Haipeng immediately. Tang Zhen was furious. One must know that Gua Haipeng was a young talent that he admired very much. He was a doctor at such a young age and had even returned from overseas. The one who should apologize is him, not me. Tang Feng threw caution to the wind. He didn't have a good impression of Gua Haipeng. What overseas returnee? Wanting to be his brother-in-law? Don't even think about it. He would be the first to object to such a person. He had arranged for people to investigate in private. This Gua Haipeng's private life was very messy, but he was very good at hiding it. His methods were not ordinary. It was just that every time Tang Feng wanted to expose him, he didn't have any concrete evidence. Call the police. Call the police immediately. Wang Shuling was also angry. Swindlers nowadays really don't look good. They even dare to swindle my family Xiaofeng. And you, Dean Zhou, what kind of person are you? In any case, you're still a knowledgeable person. Zhou Tianzheng had been shot even though he was lying down. Auntie, don't be angry. Let me handle the matter of calling the police. Gua Haipeng said warmly, I also can't stand this kind of person. Chapter 38:58. Gua Haipeng, how dare you? This time, Tang Feng was really angry. Since when was it up to Gua Haipeng to interfere with the miracle doctor that he had invited back? Tang Feng knew in his heart that the Gao clan's Gao Rong must have suffered a lot to be able to sit and drink tea so calmly. From this, it could be seen that the miracle Dr. Lin Fei was more amazing than they had imagined. At the same time, Tang Feng apologized. Miracle Dr. Lin, don't be angry. He's just an outsider. He has no right to speak here. Tang Zhen's expression sank. It had to be known that he thought very highly of Gua Haipeng. He was young and promising. Although his background was not good, with the Tang family's protection, his future would not be too bad. Call the police. Call the police immediately. Tang Zhen was becoming more and more displeased with this godly doctor. She really didn't know how her son had been brainwashed. No matter what, Tang Zhen didn't plan on letting this young miracle Dr. Lin have an easy time. Your Tang family is really something. Lin Fei laughed heartily. If Tang Feng hadn't invited me, do you think I would have come? Do you all think you're so great? Tang Feng secretly took a deep breath. Things were going to be bad. His hatred for Gua Haipeng increased by a lot. Miracle Dr. Lin, don't be angry. Tang Feng immediately said, My parents don't know about your medical skills, but I do. I apologize to you on behalf of my parents. Please don't take it to heart. Uncle, Auntie, don't be angry. Gua Haipeng comforted. This kind of liar has a good psychological quality. Since he dares to say that he is a miracle working doctor, I will expose him. I will also let Brother Feng know that miracle working doctors these days are actually deceiving others. Wang Shuling was getting more and more satisfied with her son-in-law, Gua Haipeng. Then I'll have to trouble you to expose this swindler's background. Wang Shuling's anger subsided. This fellow is so stubborn that he really thinks that he can meet a divine doctor just by going out. Zhou Tianjing didn't even dare to raise his head. However, he had been secretly observing Miracle Dr. Lin. Under normal circumstances, Miracle Dr. Lin would definitely run away in such a situation. However, the Miracle Doctor didn't panic at all. His expression didn't even change. He was as calm as a mountain. It was rare. Zhou Tianjing's only hope was that Miracle Dr. Lin was truly talented. Once he had it, he would be able to avoid some responsibilities and not be hated by his superiors. This godly doctor is a liar. If you don't think of yourself as a godly doctor, why don't you take a look at me? Gua Haipeng retreated in order to advance. If you're really a divine doctor, you should be able to tell what's wrong with my body. If you can't even tell what's wrong with my body, you're a divine doctor and a liar. There's no need for me to do anything. This move was ruthless enough. At the same time, in the eyes of others, Gua Haipeng seemed to be very generous. Tang Zhen and Wang Shuling were indeed very satisfied with this. Not impulsive, not arrogant. This was a method that only people had, not blindly messing around. Tang Feng wanted to say something, but was stopped by Lin Fei. Are you sure you want me to treat you? Gua Haipeng said, Yeah, you can understand it that way. Aren't you a godly doctor? I think it shouldn't be a problem for you. If you can't even do this, then I'm really disappointed. After all, I want to see what a godly doctor is. I heard that a godly doctor can master the 4 main points of Chinese medicine. This kind of liar godly doctor, Gua Haipeng was determined to eat him. With such a person, he could perform well and win the favor of his mother-in-law. As for Tang Feng, his brother-in-law, Gua Haipeng really had nothing to be afraid of. As long as he had the support of his mother-in-law, it would be fine. Gua Haipeng was already very familiar with these main points. Perhaps if he exposed the liar godly doctor today, he might get his brother-in-law's gratitude? Just thinking about it made him excited. If you can't do it, then I'll have to ask you to go to the police station. Gua Haipeng smiled again. I believe that you'll be lenient if you confess, and strict if you resist. You're very eloquent. Lin Fei said lightly. Under normal circumstances, I usually don't pay attention to it. But since you took the initiative to come here, then I'll fulfill your wish. Gua Haipeng said, I'm all ears. Go on, go on. Let's see how long you can go on. Gua Haipeng was very clear about his own situation. No matter what this guy said, the result would be wrong. All right, then, I'll simply say it. Lin Fei said with a smile. Your body is very weak. For example, your kidneys are weak. To put it simply, your kidneys are weak, and it's very serious. Every time you do that with a woman, you have to take pills. Tang Feng was the first to laugh. Ha ha ha, so your kidneys are weak. I knew it would be like this. In any case, Tang Feng had secretly investigated. Nonsense, Gua Haipeng said angrily, but there was a flash of panic in his eyes. Nowadays, people with weak kidneys are everywhere in the world. You, this godly doctor, spouting nonsense. You disappoint me. Wang Shuling thought that this godly doctor had some brilliant idea. Now it seemed that he was really a liar. Haipeng, forget it. This kind of person should just call the police, Wang Shuling said as she prepared to take out her phone. Gua Haipeng nodded. I'm indeed very disappointed. Don't worry. Lin Fei smiled. It's just a kidney deficiency. Although it's serious, it won't kill you. Unfortunately, you shouldn't have rolled in the sheets with a foreign woman yesterday. Who rolled in the sheets with a foreign woman? Gua Haipeng panicked. He could no longer remain calm. How did this kid know? Was he following me? Lin Fei chuckled. Don't deny it. You have to know that in Chinese medicine, Wang is very mysterious. There are two types of qi in your body. One is your qi, and there's another qi in your body. It's yin qi. Under normal circumstances, it's normal for a person to have yin qi. However, your qi is not normal because it's both inside and outside of your body. For this reason, other than sex, there's no other possibility. Gua Haipeng's mind went blank. How did he know? Last night, Gua Haipeng really chatted with a foreign woman at the bar. In the end, they went to the hotel to have sex. Gua Haipeng clearly remembered that no one followed him. In order to get together with Tang Feng's sister, Gua Haipeng had been restraining himself and putting on a good performance. Nonsense. Gua Haipeng sneered. You still think you're a master? What do you mean by dividing qi? How dare you say that? Wang Shuling also did not believe that Gua Haipeng would look for women outside. Nonsense, he must be talking nonsense. Whether I'm talking nonsense or not, we'll know once you take off your clothes. Lin Fei said, there's a trace of blood on your body, and it's coming from your back. If I'm not mistaken, it must be left behind by a foreign woman. Gua Haipeng's heart skipped a beat. His back was indeed uncomfortable, but he did not pay attention to it. Now that he heard this, he felt terrible. What if it was true? A liar is a liar. Do you really think I'll believe you just because you say a few words? Gua Haipeng said disdainfully. Lin Fei smiled. What if I said that the foreign woman last night had a disease and AIDS? Would you be surprised? Chapter 3859. AIDS. It was no less than a heavy bomb, exploding in the villa's hall. This was an incurable disease. Wang Shuling took a few steps back, her eyes filled with shock. However, her subconscious told her that Gua Haipeng's private life wouldn't be so unbearable. You're lying, Uncle Annie. You can't believe this liar's words. Gua Haipeng's body shook as he roared. If not for the fact that there were people present, he would have rushed forward. My body is perfectly fine. How could I have such an illness? This is complete nonsense. Tang Feng believed Miracle Dr. Lin's words more than anyone else. AIDS. To Tang Feng, it wasn't that surprising. After all, this guy's private life wasn't that great. It was normal for him to be infected. Gua Haipeng, if you say that Miracle Dr. Lin is lying, then why don't you take off your clothes for everyone to see? Tang Feng stood up and said, This is the best way for you to prove your innocence. I don't want my sister to marry someone with AIDS. This time, Tang Jin didn't talk about his son. Haipeng, if you haven't done it before, you don't have to worry. Tang Jin said, As long as you're innocent, I'll make this person regret saying such things. Wang Shuling was very satisfied with Gua Haipeng as her son-in-law, but now that this matter had happened, she was starting to be suspicious. What if this miracle Dr. Lin was really that amazing? Others might not believe it, but as a leader, Wang Shuling knew more than others. There was indeed a miracle doctor. For this kind of thing, Wang Shuling would rather believe it than have any regrets in the future. Haipeng, take off your clothes and let him see. Wang Shuling said. At this point, Gua Haipeng didn't dare to say anything else. If he didn't take it off, then everything would be for naught. After thinking about it, there shouldn't be any marks on his back. As for AIDS, that was even more impossible. Uncle, Auntie, I'm not that kind of person. It's just taking off my clothes, no problem. Gua Haipeng smiled. You liar. You'll know soon enough that your tricks won't work on me. Gua Haipeng was very careful. He didn't believe that he would fall for it. Bluff. Continue bluffing. Tang Zhen and Wang Shuling had been observing. They didn't see Gua Haipeng panicking. He was still very calm and began to doubt the young man's words. No matter what, he still wanted to take a look. Miracle Dr. Lin, he really has AIDS. Tang Feng asked secretly. If that was true, then Miracle Dr. Lin was the benefactor of the Tang family. Lin Fei smiled but said nothing. Zhou Tianzheng, the dean, also had a grave expression on his face. If that was true, then this godly Dr. Lin would really be a godly doctor. He was so young, and yet he was able to reach such a level. Who knew what kind of person could have nurtured him? Gua Haipeng smiled and began to take off his clothes. He thought to himself, how dare you say that I have AIDS? When this is over, I will make you regret what you said today. Godly doctor? More like a swindler. He took off his clothes. Gua Haipeng said, Look carefully, I don't have anything on me. You, the divine doctor, are just a liar. He proudly turned around. Gua Haipeng, you son of a bitch. Tang Feng roared and rushed forward to kick Gua Haipeng's back. Gua Haipeng staggered on the spot and fell forward. He hit his head on the sofa and felt dizzy. Brother Feng, why did you hit me? Gua Haipeng didn't understand. Tang Feng endured the coldness in his body and pounced forward again. I knew you weren't a good person. You're with my sister, and you still dare to find a foreign woman. I'll beat you to death, you bastard. He raised his fist and punched down. Uncle, Auntie, tell Brother Feng to stop. Stop hitting me. Gua Haipeng didn't dare to fight back. He could only cover his head and dodge. Haipeng, you disappoint me. Wang Shuling said coldly. Look at yourself. I really suspect that you have AIDS now. Good hit. This kind of person dares to play smart in front of me. Tang Zhen, this upper-class person, was also angry. He was almost tricked. Even though he didn't know if Gua Haipeng had AIDS, it was hard not to suspect him in this situation. At least, Gua Haipeng wasn't honest. Tang Feng viciously beat Gua Haipeng up and finally kicked him. Gua Haipeng fell to the ground. Go look in the mirror, Tang Feng said fiercely. Look in the mirror? Could it be? Gua Haipeng struggled to get up. His handsome face was bruised and swollen. In front of a floor-to-ceiling mirror, Gua Haipeng's entire face was pale. His back was covered with cracks from being scratched by a woman. At the same time, there were kiss marks and strawberries planted everywhere. How could this be? Gua Haipeng sat on the ground, paralyzed. Ding dong! Gua Haipeng's phone rang. Why don't you open it and take a look? I believe it will be a good gift. Lin Fei said with a smile. Gua Haipeng picked up his phone and found that it was from the foreign woman from last night. He opened it and saw a voice message. Dear Haipeng, congratulations on joining the AIDS Club. It was a pure Chinese pronunciation. Boom! Gua Haipeng's entire head turned white. Even his face turned snow white. Impossible. This must be fake. I still have a beautiful future. Gua Haipeng roared. It's all your fault. You ruined everything for me. Gua Haipeng was one step away from becoming the son-in-law of the Tang family. From then on, he would reach the peak of his life. But everything was over now. I'll kill you. Gua Haipeng waved his hands and tried to grab Lin Fei. Gua Haipeng, you've disappointed me. Tang Zhen was faster than anyone else. He slapped Gua Haipeng's face. Scram! Get out of here immediately. This slap was extremely powerful. Gua Haipeng fell at the entrance of the hall. Facing Tang Zhen's words, he didn't dare to say anything. No matter how much he tried to explain, he stared at Lin Fei with a venomous gaze before disappearing out of the door. Miracle Dr. Lin, I have eyes but failed to recognize Mount Tai. I'm really sorry. Once Gua Haipeng left, Tang Zhen put on a smiling face and apologized. Yes, we had eyes but failed to see. We misunderstood, Miracle Dr. Lin. Wang Shuling also came up with a dry smile. Hurry up and serve Miracle Dr. Lin tea. Serve the best. This time, Tang Zhen and his wife completely believed him. Miracle Doctor. He was also the benefactor of the Tang family. Lin Fei said calmly, You should be glad that your son's performance is not bad. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come. Tang Zhen nodded repeatedly. Miracle Dr. Lin is right. Tang Feng also revealed a look of joy. He was secretly glad that he had held on. Dad, you don't know this. Miracle Dr. Lin was the one who warned me about my strange illness. Tang Feng added, Your son is still hoping for Miracle Dr. Lin to help. Ah, Tang Zhen was shocked again. Our hospital is indeed helpless against young Master Tang's strange illness. It's really shameful. Chapter 3860. Zhou Tianjin, the director, heaved a sigh of relief. As long as he was a godly doctor, at least he wouldn't bear a grudge against him this time. At least he had this much foresight. Zhou Tianjin was also very curious about this Lin Fei, godly Dr. Lin. He was so young, but his abilities were unbelievable. How many people could see so much with the naked eye? Hearing Zhou Tianjin's words, Tang Zhen and his wife were shocked. At first, they thought that the hospital had found out, but they didn't know the problem. Naturally, they had a problem with Zhou Tianjin. But now, godly Dr. Lin, what's wrong with my son? Wang Shuling asked worriedly. She didn't dare to offend him anymore. Actually, Tang Zhen and his wife also wanted to know what kind of strange illness their son had. Tang Feng's illness isn't a normal illness. Someone planted a secret feng shui spell on him. Lin Fei smiled. If he hadn't met me, no one would be able to treat his condition. Secret feng shui spell. Tang Feng was confused. Godly Dr. Lin, are you sure you didn't make a mistake? On the other hand, Tang Zhen's expression changed slightly. He seemed to have thought of something. Godly Dr. Lin, are you sure this is a secret feng shui spell? Tang Zhen asked with a hint of anger in his voice. I never lie, Lin Fei said. This feng shui spell isn't a big problem. Tang Zhen stood up and cupped his hands. Godly Dr. Lin, please help me. I, Tang Zhen, will be very grateful. Zhou Tianjin was also shocked. Godly Dr. Lin, is there really a secret feng shui spell that can deal with people invisibly? Zhou Tianjin asked. I've only heard a gu. Since you ask, I'll tell you. Lin Fei smiled. In feng shui spells, there are actually similar gu. For example, Tang Feng's situation is similar. He was planted with the 10,000 yin gu. It's a very vicious existence. Although he won't die, he'll be a cripple in bed for the rest of his life. He's basically no different from a vegetable. It's a form of torture. What a vicious method. Tang Zhen wanted to kill someone. One had to know that Tang Zhen only had one son and one daughter. If something happened to his son, Tang Feng, it would be a huge blow to Tang Zhen. It could drive Tang Zhen crazy. This kind of method was the most powerful and terrifying. Tang Feng was also frightened out of his wits. Vegetable. Was there a need to be so terrifying? This was even more painful than death. Miracle Dr. Lin, please save me. I don't want to become a vegetable. Tang Feng was really scared. Lin Fei could understand Tang Feng's feelings very well. I'm here. Of course, I'll keep you safe. Now, stand properly. Tang Feng was trembling. You have the 10,000 yin gu on you, but it hasn't matured yet, so it's not hard to deal with. Lin Fei laughed. I'll help you catch it now. Whoosh! He flicked his finger. The wind was like a knife, cutting open the side of Tang Feng's neck, leaving behind a small wound. Get out here. Lin Fei stretched out his hand and made a grabbing motion in the air. It was just a small goo worm. There was really nothing to be concerned about. While this grab might seem unremarkable, Tang Feng fell into a bottomless abyss. It's moving, it's moving. Tang Zhen was also quite shocked, especially when a wriggling mass of air appeared on his son's neck and flew out from the wound on his neck. It was a mass of white stuff. It was caught in the air just like that. When this white thing came out, the temperature of the entire villa instantly dropped. It was originally warm, but in the blink of an eye, it became winter. They couldn't get used to it for a while. What a disgusting thing! Wang Shuling, the leader, also stood up in fear. Zhou Tianzheng was the same. At this moment, he couldn't sit still anymore. His pupils constricted. If Tang Zhen and his wife weren't here, he would probably be scared out of his wits. This is the 10,000 yin gu. Tang Feng stammered, filled with fear and unease. Lin Fei stretched out his hand and grabbed the 10,000 yin gu. It was a mass of wriggling worms, at least 1,000 of them. That's right. Although this thing looks small, it will rapidly multiply in the human body. After that, it will mature and evolve. Only one will be left, and it will devour your essence, qi, and spirit, turning into something that is neither a ghost nor a human. Bang, bang, bang. Lin Fei spat out a bit of force, and the 10,000 yin gu turned into a pool of blood. Now that the problem has been solved, you just need to take care of your body and eat more nutritious food. This kind of small problem was really not difficult at all. Thank you, Miracle Dr. Lin. Tang Feng completely relaxed. The chill on his body also disappeared, replaced by a wave of warmth. I've never felt so comfortable before. Tang Feng's complexion recovered very quickly. Thank you, godly doctor. Thank you, godly doctor. Wang Shuling admired Lin Fei from the bottom of her heart. Her son's condition was recovering at a speed visible to the naked eye. The deal between us is also over. Lin Fei stood up. If you don't want to continue being targeted, it's best to stay at home and avoid the limelight. Of course. You can also find the culprit. Tang Zhen said gratefully. Thank you for the reminder, Miracle Dr. Lin, who dared to do such a cruel thing to my son. Even if I have to dig 3 feet underground, I will find the culprit. If you want to find him, start within 50 miles of this area, Lin Fei said, because this 10,000 yin gu needs someone to control it, and this person's strength is average. The distance is no more than 50 miles, or even closer. With your Tang family's ability, there should be a way. Tang Jin really wanted to find the culprit, but how to find him still needed time. Now, Lin Fei's words were undoubtedly a guiding light, quickly determining the general location. If he still couldn't find him, then he, Tang Zhen, could also kill himself by hitting his head against the wall. Tang Zhen personally sent Lin Fei out of the villa. His face quickly darkened, and he began to make arrangements. It was impossible to not pay a price for daring to deal with his son. Miracle Dr. Lin, I am Jiangbei People's Hospital's Director Zhou. Zhou Tianjing did not dare to stay any longer. Today he had heard a secret. Zhou Tianjing also had some thoughts about Lin Fei, Miracle Dr. Lin. He took the initiative to hand over his name card. Director, I have something to tell you. Lin Fei said with a faint smile. Miracle Dr. Lin's medical skills are so good. I wonder if you are interested in working at our people's hospital. Zhou Tianjing invited. I can make the decision to give you the best treatment. Such a miracle doctor working at the hospital was a blessing to the people's hospital. Forget it. Lin Fei shook his head. I don't like to be restricted. Zhou Tianjing did not dare to say anything else. Miracle Dr. Lin, if you have any thoughts that day, the doors of our people's hospital will always be open for you. Zhou Tianjing laughed dryly. Chapter 3861. After settling Tang Feng's matter, Lin Fei rushed back to Xiao Lin's residence. The villa of Soaring Dragon Villa still needed about a week before he could move in. Naturally, he could only return to Xia Lin's residence first. Back to Xia Lin's residence. I finally got the Void Stone, and I even saved more than 20 million. Lin Fei smiled. I also got a spiritual energy seed, which seems to contain a strong life aura. It's quite extraordinary. This spiritual energy seed was not in a hurry to be planted. No matter what, he had to find a place with sufficient spiritual energy to plant it. Right now, it was better to refine the Void Stone first. It was indeed very inconvenient to not have a storage ring on his hand. Now that he had the Void Stone, he definitely had to make a move. Hua! He took out the pill furnace. Lin Fei began to refine. Refining a storage ring was not difficult. Under the urging of the fire in the pill furnace, the special material of the Void Stone reached a high temperature and quickly melted. The silver-white liquid floated, forming a strange beauty. Refining was the first step. The second step was to use powerful mental power to open the space. It seemed simple, but many people were unable to do this. Open! With a sound that was neither light nor heavy, the entire room seemed to be shaken. The silver-white liquid began to roll, and a very exquisite opening was opened. This was a connection with the space. In less than a few seconds, the space was opened to a certain position. Lin Fei then raised his hand and made a series of hand seals, all of which entered the space. This was the final step. At this point, it was more or less enough. The silver-white liquid continued to roll, and according to Lin Fei's imagination, it continued to mix, and a simple and unremarkable ring appeared. The quality is not bad. After inspecting, he was quite satisfied. The size of the space was almost the size of a room. Although it could not be compared to the storage ring in the other world, it could barely be used. Unfortunately, the Void Stone is not easy to find. Lin Fei was a little disappointed. He put on the storage ring and refined it with a thought. He put away all the things on him. With a storage ring, I don't have to worry about the trouble of carrying things. Lin Fei thought, I also don't have to worry about the loss of spiritual energy from this spiritual energy seed. Although the spirit energy seed was fine now, it was not a problem at all. In reality, the loss of life energy was undetectable to most people, and it was safe to store it in a storage ring. While there was still time, Lin Fei took out a large pile of medicinal herbs from under the bed. Alchemy. Anyway, he had nothing to do. There were still a few hours before Xia Lin got off work. There was more than enough time to refine pills. Back then, he had the support of the system. Lin Fei was also very familiar with alchemy. He placed the herbs into the alchemy cauldron one by one, and started the fire inside the cauldron to melt the herbs. At the immortal realm, Lin Fei's mental power was very strong. Even if he wasn't at his peak, he could still perfectly control the ingredients in the cauldron. Step by step, one batch of pills was done. The moment the door was opened, the entire room was filled with a medicinal fragrance. Even if it was just a breath, it was like eating a ginseng fruit. The pores all over his body opened up, and he immediately felt a wave of comfort. The quality is okay. Medicinal pills refined from ordinary medicinal ingredients naturally wouldn't have much of an effect. It was barely passable. Jade do pill. Lin Fei picked up a pill and threw it into his mouth. It melted in his mouth and turned into a subtle medicinal effect, nourishing the injuries deep in his body. Not bad, it's still a little useful. The effect of a jade dew pill could only be said to be negligible. Fortunately, it was better than nothing. If I want to refine a high-quality healing pill, I still need to find a few hundred years old heaven and earth spirit item. Lin Fei didn't expect 1,000 years old heaven and earth spirit item. Earth's heaven and earth spirit chi was thin. It could even be said to be barren. This was something that Lin Fei didn't expect. In any other world, the heaven and earth spirit chi was unbelievably thick, but on Earth, it seemed to have been sucked dry. The heaven and earth spirit chi was thin. The probability of an expert appearing was low. Even if it was the lowest innate realm, Lin Fei didn't think that many people could step into it. To be able to find a few hundred years old heaven and earth spirit item was already not bad. That Tang Feng seems to be quite knowledgeable. I can let him try to find it. Lin Fei thought to himself. And that Gao Rong, he can get spirit chi seeds. Maybe he also has a way. Lin Fei refined a total of 3 cauldrons of pills. There was no other way. The medicinal ingredients were used up. Originally, he could have refined 4 to 5 cauldrons of pills, but after refining, he realized that the medicinal effect was a little lacking, so he increased the quantity, resulting in the current 3 cauldrons of pills. A total of more than 200 jade dew pills. Stabilizing my injuries should not be a problem. The injuries brought about by the other world were too serious. Lin Fei didn't dare to go wantonly. Fortunately, there are no powerful enemies who could force him to go all out. If it was another world, he would be worried. Once he went all out, his body wouldn't be able to withstand the power, and the outcome would be death. Shaolin, what's wrong with you? You don't look right. In the evening, Xia Lin returned home. Lin Fei could see that there was a problem with a glance. Xia Lin, who was always smiling when she came back from work, was different today. Instead, there was a trace of tiredness and even a trace of worry between her brows. Something happened in the company. Xia Lin revealed a smile. Being an assistant will have to suffer. Lin Fei didn't suspect anything. Then I'll cook today. Lin Fei stood up. I'll let you have a taste of my cooking. Lin Fei was indeed in a good mood today. Now that he had a storage ring and a pill, he had resolved some of his problems. Xia Lin giggled. Brother Lin, it's rare for you to cook personally. Don't make a table of dark cuisine. I'm afraid that before I even eat, I'll be full just by looking at it. Don't worry, dark cuisine is impossible. Lin Fei said proudly. After you taste my cooking, you'll never forget it. Xia Lin covered her mouth and laughed. The tiredness on her face swept away. Then I'll wait and see. Lin Fei actually rarely cooked. Cooking was actually not difficult. Lin Fei smiled and walked into the kitchen. Xia Lin was curious. After all, there were fewer and fewer men who could cook, especially those who could cook well. When he came to the kitchen door, Xia Lin was shocked. In the kitchen, Lin Fei was busy, cutting vegetables smoothly, full of beauty. It was simply artistic. How is it? Not bad, right? Knife skills and whatnot did not affect Lin Fei at all. Strength and whatnot were no different from eating and drinking. Don't tell me you've been cutting vegetables for a few years. Xia Lin teased. Lin Fei continued to be busy cutting vegetables. Very soon, the ingredients were ready. Cooking was even easier. No one could control the heat better than Lin Fei. A simple stir-fried cabbage. It looked and smelled good. After that was stir-fried pork slices with chili. Xia Lin clearly knew how to cook. But compared to Lin Fei, it was like heaven and earth. Could he be a chef? Xia Lin blinked. A sentence popped up in his mind. When a man did something seriously, it was the most interesting. Now, Charlene believed it without a doubt. Chapter 3862. Charlene still underestimated this dinner. It's really delicious. Charlene, who had been restraining herself from eating, directly surrendered in front of this delicacy and ate freely. It was clearly the same dish, but it tasted so good that it was unexpected. It's over. I'll definitely be fat tomorrow. Charlene said as she buried her head in eating with a look of enjoyment. After the meal, Charlene was conquered by Lin Fei's cooking skills. It's over. After eating your food, I'm afraid I won't be used to eating other things in the future. You really made me suffer. Charlene smiled bitterly. You men are too bad. Bad. Lin Fei also didn't know whether to laugh or cry. It was clearly you who couldn't control your mouth, and now you're blaming me? Fortunately, Charlene's complexion had recovered a lot. Don't work so hard. Lin Fei smiled. If you're full, rest early. If you don't rest well, you'll definitely be very haggard tomorrow. For the delicious food tonight, I'll also rest early. Charlene nodded, and a warm feeling rose in her heart. At night, it was a dark and windy night, and one couldn't see their fingers in front of them. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. A cold wind blew into Charlene's room. The things in the living room were swaying, making a slight noise. The faint, cold wind drilled into a room next to it, then drilled out again and entered another room. That room was Lin Fei's room. The cold wind whistled. The temperature of the room where Lin Fei was in dropped on the spot, like a cave. The two fearful ghosts were actually ghosts. One of the ghosts floated towards Lin Fei, who was lying on the bed. This was taking over the body. At this time, in a roadside car outside the Golden Mountain district. This was a Mercedes-Benz, and two people sat in the car looking gloomy. A little brat is just a little brat, and I thought he was powerful. Knowing that he offended our soaring dragon manor, he still dared to sleep without taking precautions. Yulong Shui sneered. He really overestimated this guy. This is better, third brother Yulong Hu said lightly. Doing it quietly can save a lot of trouble. After all, our soaring dragon manor attracts the wind. We can't cause trouble for father. Compared to the fourth brother, the third brother, Yulong Hu, was better at scheming. When we reach the villa, I'll clean it up slowly. In the room, one of the ghosts pounced forward, covering a distance of several meters in the blink of an eye and attempting to possess him. Whoosh! As soon as the specter got close to Lin Fei, it let out a miserable shriek. Green smoke rose from its body as it screamed miserably. In the blink of an eye, it was incinerated. How dare you ambush me in the middle of the night? Lin Fei flipped to his feet and reached out with his hand. His 5 fingers were like mountains as he pinched the ghost. His qi and blood surged, burning fiercely. Push open the window. Narrowing his eyes, Zhang Xian confirmed his position before leaping off the cliff. In the Mercedes-Benz, with the help of the ghost, Old Four could see the situation in the room. But at that moment he vomited blood. My ghost has been killed. Yu Longshui's face paled as if he had seen a ghost. How is this possible? My ghost was killed before it could even get close. Yu Longhu frowned. There's no mistake. I can't contact the ghost. Yulong said, That kid is still young. Why is it like this? Let's go. Yulonghu said, We've alerted the enemy. That kid is not simple. I'm afraid he's a martial arts expert. Don't be in such a hurry to leave. A light voice rang out in the car. Unknowingly, there was an extra person in the back seat, smiling at them. You're courting death. Yulonghu did not even turn his head and elbowed him. One should know that Yulonghu was also a martial arts expert. His realm was not high, but he was only at obvious strength. At such a close distance, Yulonghu did not believe that the other party could withstand such a close-range attack. On my elbow! With a crisp crack, Yulonghu screamed. His elbow was no longer his own, and half of his arm was powerless. You. Who are you? Just now, Yulonghu felt as if he had hit an iron plate. You'd better behave yourselves, Lin Fei said. How dare you come to attack me in the middle of the night? Bewitching eyes. Yulongshui's eyes turned black and white like a whirlpool. Lin Fei's eyes turned cold, and he glared at him fiercely. Yulongshui screamed, and blood flowed out of his eyes. My eyes, you destroyed my eyes. Shut up. Boom. Both Yulong Shui and Yulonghu's minds went blank, and they even felt dizzy. They suspected that if a few more seconds passed, their heads would explode. How could they encounter such a ruthless person? Old Five had really tricked them this time. As a feng shui master, they did not even get to use their skills, and they were almost beaten up. Yulong Fei asked you to come here, right? Lin Fei said. Because you have Longfei's aura on you. Outsiders might not be able to see through a person's aura, but in front of Lin Fei, they would reveal their true colors. We are from Longting Villa, and our father is Master Yu Zishan. You will regret treating us like this. Yu Long Shui was filled with hatred. No wonder you are so bold, Lin Fei said with a smile. Unfortunately, I am not afraid of anything. I can only say that you guys are out of luck. Yu Longhu gritted his teeth as he felt a sharp pain in his heart. Why are you bullying us? If you have the guts, why don't you go to Longting Villa? Longting Villa? That's a good name. Lin Fei's heart jolted. You've all said it. If I don't go and take a look, wouldn't it be boring? When I return, tell Yu Zishan that I'll pay him a visit in a few days. Lin Fei flicked his fingers in the air. Yu Long Shui and Yu Longhu shivered as they felt a chill run down their spines. I won't kill you, but you won't get away with the death penalty. Enjoy the gift I have prepared for you. An indifferent voice echoed in their ears. When they looked back, they realized that there was no one in the back row. They didn't even know when the person had left. Damn it, let's go. Yu Longhu gritted his teeth and said, This person is most likely a transcendent state grandmaster. Yu Longhu had seen a dark Jing martial artist before. Regardless of speed or strength, he was no match for the person in front of him. Grandmaster. A chill rose in the Mercedes-Benz. They were feng shui masters, but once a grandmaster got close to them, they would definitely die. Longting Villa, Lin Fei said to himself. It's similar to my Longting Villa. Is this fate? Then I won't be polite, daring to ambush an immortal master. There was always a price to pay. Lin Fei decided to go to this Longting Villa in a few days, and also to meet this grandmaster. After all, Lin Fei was very interested in the current Chinese masters. Chapter 3863. Longting Villa. Yu Zishan was awakened by a servant. After seeing the situation of his two foster sons, Yu Zishan knocked over an exquisite porcelain vase on the ground with one hand. A cracking sound rang out. The porcelain vase, which was worth 6 figures, was reduced to pieces on the ground. Xiao Fei, this is the guy you said was easy to deal with. Yu Zishan's eyes turned cold. He had never shown such anger before. Yu Longfei felt as if he was electrocuted. He felt a chill all over his body and knelt on the ground on the spot. Dad, I really didn't know. Yu Longfei was completely frightened. That kid really looks very ordinary. There's nothing special about him. Old 5 and Old 4's current sorry state made it hard to believe that it was real. Dad, that person is a very powerful martial artist. He also cultivates martial arts similar to Vajra Barrier and Iron Skin. Yu Longhu's hand was bandaged. Yes, his chi and blood are very vigorous. My ghost couldn't even get close to him and was killed. Yu Longshui's eyes were blood red. From time to time, tears would flow down. Dad, that guy even said that he would pay a visit. Yu Zishan's expression flickered. This was the first time someone dared to not take him seriously. Indeed, his tone is not small. Yu Zishan made a decision in his heart. Boss, go and contact Fenghua International's Han Puming tomorrow. Isn't his martial arts very powerful? Let Han Puming test his strength. Old 5 and Old 4 were immediately happy when they heard this. They all knew how powerful Han Puming was. He was a judo master. If he wants to pay a visit, just break his legs. Yu Zishan still didn't take it seriously. After concocting the pill, Lin Fei had nothing else to worry about. In the meantime, he went to Shui Yun Street. Lu Qingro's shop was being renovated. This time it was Yi Qinglong who took the initiative to find the most professional decorators. He was really afraid of Lin Fei. The production of immortal ducks became very smooth in Lu Qingro's hands. The heat could reach about 70% to 80%. While the shop was being renovated, Lu Qingru, who knew how to do business, made 3 immortal ducks every day and promoted them in Shui Yun Street for free. In a short period of time, it received a large number of customers. Even before the shop opened, it had already made a name for itself. With Yi Qinglong's words, those who had been tempted did not dare to have any other thoughts. They all behaved themselves. Lin Fei also admired Lu Qingrou's methods. His brain was pretty good. With this move, Lin Fei was very sure of one thing. When the time came, this business would definitely be booming. 3 days passed in the blink of an eye. Lin Fei stood outside the Jinshan district, waiting for Qin Shanshan to come over. Lin Fei had thought that Grandmaster Yu Zishan would send someone over. In the end, Lin Fei was greatly disappointed. This speed was too slow. Disappointed, truly disappointed. Master Lin. Qin Shanshan drove over and changed into casual clothes. Sorry, there was a traffic jam on the road, so I'm late. I'm fine. Lin Fei smiled. Qin Shanshan was really worried. After all, this was a rare opportunity. When Qin Shanshan told her grandfather about it, he was overjoyed and drank a few more cups that night. I'm not the kind of person who gets angry easily. Lin Fei smiled. I said that I'm going to be a guest, so I'll definitely go. Qin Shanshan was completely relieved. The car drove on the road. Lin Fei took a look and said casually, I don't think we're going to your house. He had been there once, so he remembered it clearly. My grandfather works at the martial arts center. In the past, his health wasn't good, so he rarely went there. Now he spends 3 to 4 days a week. Qin Shanshan explained. Martial arts center? Interesting. Lin Fei said, I've never been to a martial arts center in my life. Qin Shanshan listened in disbelief. You're a martial artist. How could you not have been to a martial arts center? Qin Shanshan held back her doubts and didn't dare to ask. Half an hour later, Qin Shanshan brought Lin Fei into a modern building. The martial arts centers now are all in buildings. Qin Shanshan said, It's different from the past. Qin Family Martial Arts Center. A few simple words. Lin Fei could see that the person who wrote these words was quite strong, and it contained strength. Qin Family Martial Arts Center covered thousands of square meters. It wasn't big, but it wasn't small either. Inside the martial arts center, there weren't many disciples. There don't seem to be many people learning martial arts now. Lin Fei glanced around. The entire Qin clan's martial arts dojo appeared to be empty. There were less than 20 disciples practicing martial arts. Master Lin, you're finally here. Chen Mingshan, dressed in a tang suit and black cloth shoes, quickly came to greet him. Chen Mingshan was very happy. Unlike last time, Chen Mingshan's hidden injury was removed, and his strength had improved a lot. He was closer to that threshold. People were in high spirits when they encountered happy events. Chen Mingshan was like this now. When he heard his daughter talking about this, Chen Mingshan thought he heard wrong. In Chen Mingshan's eyes, Lin Fei was a young man full of secrets, which he couldn't see through. This was very rare. Your body's recovering well, Lin Fei said. At most, in another half a year, you'll be able to break through to the transcendent stage and become a grandmaster. Chen Mingshan knew that he had a high chance of breaking through, but when he heard it, he couldn't help but be happy. He could question other people's words, but Lin Fei's words, Chen Mingshan believed them without a doubt. Master Lin, I can really break through, Chen Mingshan said excitedly. Of course. Lin Fei smiled. Your foundation is not bad. Breaking through to the transcendent stage is a matter of course. Master Lin, come in and have some tea, Chen Mingshan invited. Lin Fei didn't let him change the way he called him. Qin Shanshan was also very happy. After all, the Qin Family Martial Arts Center had a grandmaster, which was completely different. The Qin Family Martial Arts Center was divided into 2 floors. It's you, kid. You still dare to come to our Qin Family Martial Arts Center. A voice shouted, and a middle-aged man came down from the stairs, his eyes glowing fiercely as he raised his fist and punched down. Stop! Chun Mingshan was also confused, but at this moment he was also furious. He stood in front of the opponent. A peck, a hit, lightning flashed and thunder roared. It hit the incoming fist, knocking the person back. Fifth uncle, this is our Chun Family Martial Arts Center's guest. Chun Shanshan was also angry. Ever since she saw Gao family's Gao Rong personally send Lin Fei down, Chun Shanshan had secretly investigated and roughly analyzed the situation. She came to the conclusion that Gao Rong suffered a big loss at the hands of Lin Fei. She didn't know the specifics. Just based on this, Chun Shanshan knew that Lin Fei wasn't simple. This person had mysteriously disappeared for 6 years. There were no records of entry or exit. The current Lin Fei was a complete mystery. Master Lin, this is a misunderstanding. Chun Mingshan was also angry and immediately explained, I will definitely give you an explanation. Chun Lai was shocked to the point of numbness. Feeling the change in his surroundings, he couldn't help but be shocked. His own father was actually angry, and it was the kind of extremely angry. Apologize, immediately apologize. Chapter 38-64. Chun Mingshan was indeed angry. It wasn't easy to invite Lin Fei to the dojo. If he could give them some pointers, it would be a good thing for the dojo's disciples. Chun Lai also suspected that he had misheard. When Chun Mingshan's hidden illness acted up, Chun Lai wasn't there. He only knew that an expert had attacked him, but he didn't know who it was. Who is he? Chun Lai asked. Chun Shanshan said, Fifth uncle, he is Grandpa's savior. How could you attack him? This time, Chun Shanshan was also angry. She didn't know what was going on with her fifth uncle. My savior. Chun Lai was dumbfounded. This young man was his savior. This was too unbelievable. Fifth uncle, you didn't hear wrong. Chun Shanshan said, Master Lin is indeed Grandpa's savior. You said that the person who injured you last time was Master Lin. Chun Shanshan reacted quickly and remembered what happened last time. Chun Lai laughed dryly and bowed to Lin Fei. Master Lin, I'm sorry. Slap, slap. He raised his hands and slapped both sides of his face. I was blind. I shouldn't have attacked you. Chun Lai slapped his own face again. Chun Mingshan didn't stop him. Chun Mingshan was only one step away from the transcendent state. He didn't have the confidence to defeat his opponent. Moreover, he was his savior. Forget it. Lin Fei said lightly. Lin Fei really didn't care about such a small matter. The other party's attitude was sincere, and it wasn't faked. Fifth uncle, let's go in and talk. Chun Shanshan said. Some disciples seem to have noticed them. Yes, yes. Chun Lai nodded. In the lounge. Master Lin, have some tea. Chun Lai took the initiative to offer tea. I was just impulsive just now. It's all Li Shan's fault for deceiving me. I'll settle the score with him sooner or later. Chun Lai gritted his teeth at the mention of Li Shan. Lin Fei took a sip. This isn't your fault. Don't worry, I won't cause trouble for you. Whether it was internal power or transcendent state, they were no different from ants. Thank you for your understanding, Master Lin. Chun Lai breathed a sigh of relief. Chun Mingshan and Chun Shanshan also breathed a sigh of relief. They almost caused an accident. Master Lin, this Li Shan dares to slander you. Our Chun family dojo will have a good talk with him. Chun Mingshan said in a low voice, Our Chun family is not afraid of a guy who knows a bit of magic. Chun Mingshan was indeed not afraid of Li Shan. In Jiangbei, the Chun family martial arts school was very powerful. The strength of a martial artist was not as simple as it seemed. Elder Chin, I'm very interested in the current Jianghu. Can you tell me about it? Lin Fei asked with a smile. This was the reason why he came to see Elder Chin this time. Ah, you don't know. Chun Shanshan thought she heard wrong. Do I have to come into contact with this circle to learn martial arts? Lin Fei laughed. Would you believe me if I told you that I'm self-taught? Chun Shanshan couldn't believe it. Master Lin, if you were asking about something else, this old man might not know, but this is something I know better than most people. Chun Mingshan laughed. As long as you don't mind this old man's nagging. This is it. At this time, in front of a modern skyscraper, two middle-aged men with arrogant auras appeared below the skyscraper. Chun Family Martial Arts School. The tiger-eyed young man raised his head and said, Chun Mingshan can't hold on any longer. I heard that Chun Lai was injured. The number of people in the Chun Family Martial Arts School who can fight can be counted on one hand. Next to the young man was a slightly older middle-aged man. He laughed and said, I've always wanted to see the experts of the Chun Family Martial Arts School. Today is the day. Then I'll have to trouble Master Han today. No matter what reason Lin Fei had. Chun Mingshan was very serious as he spoke. Lin Fei didn't know much about the Jianghu. He just wanted to know more about it. But he didn't know if he didn't listen. Only after hearing did he know that there was such a world in China. It was more interesting than he imagined. So the Jianghu world also has a grandmaster ranking. Lin Fei laughed. Chun Mingshan nodded. Yes, anyone who steps into the transcendent realm and becomes a grandmaster will be recorded. Up until now, on the grandmaster ranking, there are less than 300 grandmasters in China. And in the Western world, there are only around 200. In the entire world, there are less than 600 grandmasters. Chen Lai added, but I heard that there are some grandmasters who keep a low profile and don't make the ranking. If we were to count them, there would be around 1,000. Who is the strongest in China? Lin Fei asked. Chun Mingshan said, the strongest grandmaster in China is Yanjing's god of war Yixian. His strength is unfathomable. I heard that he hasn't fought in 5 to 6 years. God of War Yixian. Lin Fei memorized this name. This god of war's strength surpasses the grandmaster ranking. Rumor has it that he has stepped into a terrifying realm. Chun Lai's eyes were filled with worship and yearning. It seems that only those in the Western world can contend against him. Lin Fei understood a few more things. He had a certain understanding of the world of Jianghu. Although Chun Mingshan had doubts in his heart, he didn't dare to ask. Because in his eyes, Lin Fei was extremely mysterious. His entire body was filled with secrets. From beginning to end, Chun Mingshan didn't see any excitement on Lin Fei's face. God of War Yixian, China's #1 powerhouse, was a legendary figure in the martial arts circle, who knew how many youngsters yearned and worshipped him. But Lin Fei didn't seem to have any of that. He was simply too calm. Chun Mingshan was more and more convinced of one thing. Perhaps this Lin Fei was a grandmaster powerhouse. Master Lin, there's something that might interest you. Chun Mingshan suddenly thought of something and was about to say it. Dojo master, it's not good. Brother Dashin has been injured, and there are several instructors. A dojo disciple hurriedly pushed open the door and entered. What Dashin is injured? Chun Mingshan was the first to stand up. This was his disciple, and he valued him greatly. Who dares to do this? Chun Lai, who was holding back a belly full of anger, got up and ran out. They must have eaten a bear's heart and a leopard's gall. Shanshan, accompany Master Lin. Grandpa will go take a look. Chun Mingshan had poured a lot of effort into the dojo. When this kind of thing happened, he definitely couldn't sit still. Lin Fei was still very calm as he slowly sipped his tea. Your Chun family dojo is quite strong. Could it be that someone would come to cause trouble? Lin Fei asked curiously. Chun Shanshan shook her head. Under normal circumstances, it shouldn't be. Our Chun family dojo hasn't had anyone come to cause trouble in a long time. I don't know what's going on today. Let's go take a look together. Lin Fei had nothing to do anyway. Besides, he already knew what he wanted to know. Inside the dojo's lobby, as soon as Lin Fei came out, he heard the whooshing sound of something breaking through the air. He saw Chun Lai fighting with a middle-aged man. That middle-aged man's kung fu was very good, forcing Chun-Li to keep dodging, unable to get close at all. This person is interesting. Lin Fei's eyes narrowed slightly as he saw a person. Do you know who that person is? Lin Fei asked Qin Shanshan. Chapter 3865. Inside the dojo's lobby, Chun Clan's disciples and students were dumbstruck. Their movements were so fast they couldn't keep up. The power of his punches and kicks even made them feel a dangerous aura and pressure that came crashing down on them. Too strong. Teacher Chun will definitely win. This isn't good. Chun Mingshan, the old headmaster, frowned. Even though the two were on the same level, Chun-Li didn't have any advantage and was being suppressed. You lose. After a loud shout, taking advantage of Chun-Li's unguarded moment, he attacked 3 times, each time stronger than the last. Chun-Li managed to block the first attack, but failed to block the second one and was sent flying. Chun Clan's boxing master is only SOSO. Yu Longlai shook his head. There's no need for your Qin Clan dojo to exist anymore. Chun-Li landed on the ground and kept retreating until Chun Mingshan came up and put a hand on his shoulder. Fenghua International Taekwondo's Han Puming. Chun Mingshan stared at the newcomer. Han Puming smiled. I didn't think Headmaster Qin would remember my name. I feel honored. I heard your Qin Clan's boxing technique is very powerful. Today I'm here to experience it. Please give me some pointers. Chen Mingshan knew they didn't come with good intentions. You're really shameless. Chen Shanshan was furious. How old are you? How old is my grandfather? You have the nerve to say that. Those who practiced martial arts would never be able to compete with those who were young. Chun Shanshan couldn't stand it anymore. You must be the beauty, Qin Shanshan. Yu Longlai said, a beauty indeed. Her temper isn't small either. No wonder she's in the criminal police unit. If you think we're bullying you, your dojo can admit defeat. Our master Han won't do anything. Does your soaring dragon manner want to interfere too? Chun Mingshan stared at Yu Longlai. Yu Longlai smiled. No, I'm just passing by. I also admire Headmaster Qin, so I'm here to see for myself. Admitting defeat is out of the question. Chun Mingshan said, I heard Korea's Taekwondo is very powerful. This old man has wanted to experience it for a long time. Master Lin, can you stop them? Qin Shanshan also practiced martial arts and naturally knew the dangers. Grandpa was old. If he really wanted to make a move, his eruption time would definitely not be as fast as that guy Han Puming. Moreover, Yu Longlai was also present. The other party was a feng shui master who was skilled in spells, so he had to be on guard. Qin Shanshan could only seek help from Lin Fei. The two of them were about the same, and their chances of winning were great. There's no hurry, Lin Fei said with a smile. Since you invited me to be your guest, I definitely won't ignore such a thing. Chun Shanshan's face turned red. He couldn't help but feel elated. He thought to himself, could it be that this Master Lin has feelings for me? A man filled with a mysterious aura would always be a huge temptation to women. Without a doubt, Lin Fei was such a man, powerful and mysterious. Chun Shanshan couldn't wait to dig out Lin Fei's secrets bit by bit. It's starting. Han Puming and Chun Mingshan fought. The first to make a move was Han Puming. This guy was also smart. Once he came up, he attacked fiercely at close range. His consecutive flying kicks were accompanied by the sound of breaking air. Chun Mingshan, as an internal force expert, knew that this Han Puming was also an internal force expert. His strength was trained in his legs. When they clashed, the opponent's internal force was even more fierce. Chun Mingshan couldn't gain any advantage. Director Qin, if you continue to resist like this, then you will lose without a doubt. Yu Longlai laughed. When that time comes, you will become the laughingstock of East Ocean. Yu Longlai was originally prepared to deal with Lin Fei. It just so happened that Han Puming was coming to the Chun family martial arts school to challenge it, so he didn't mind making a trip. Chun Mingshan took advantage of an opportunity to counterattack. He shook off the opponent's leg technique, and his palm became a fist, directly attacking Han Puming's chest. He wanted to make the opponent suffer, but Han Puming seemed to have expected it. Taking advantage of that moment of retreat, he advanced by retreating. In midair, he launched a 336-degree attack from midair, like a windmill. Bang, bang, bang. This move was Han Puming's trump card. It contained no less than 30 attacks. Ordinary people couldn't take it at all. Not to mention the old Chen Mingshan. How could he take it? After blocking for a while, Chen Mingshan took 3 steps back. With each step, cracks exploded under his feet, like a spider web, and he was still panting. In that moment, he blocked a total of 23 attacks, but still couldn't block 10. After a short exchange, Chen Mingshan lost. This Han Puming's strength was very strong. In the internal force level, he was considered to be at the top. Director Chen, your Chun family martial arts school can withdraw from this competition, Han Puming said, because your Chun family martial arts school doesn't have the strength to compete for the quota. I also think that Master Han's words are very correct. Yu Longlai laughed. If I were your Chen family martial arts school, then I would take the initiative to withdraw. However, your Chen family martial arts school strength is not bad. If you are willing to join our Longting Villa, I think no one will object to this quota. Chen Mingshan took a deep breath. Do you think that's possible? Yu Longlai shook his head, his face full of disappointment. Then I can only apologize. Your Chen family martial arts school doesn't have a worthy opponent. Then I can only tear down your Chen family martial arts school's signboard. I heard that this signboard has been passed down for more than 100 years and can be considered an antique. If I use it to block firewood, it should be very powerful. How dare you! This time, Chen Mingshan was completely enraged. Not only Chen Mingshan, but the other Chen family disciples were also angry and almost roared. That was the Chun family's honor. How could they allow outsiders to wantonly destroy it? Yu Longlai said, why not? Anyway, your Chen family doesn't have any powerful masters. Are you not afraid of becoming a joke in East Ocean? Han Puming glanced at them. I also think that your Chen family martial arts school doesn't have any masters. Even if you all attack together, you are no match for me. Han Puming, who was in the prime of his life, was indeed qualified to say this. Not everyone would be able to block such a ferocious kick technique. You are from Longting Manor, right? Lin Fei, who had been silent all this time, suddenly opened his mouth. Yu Longlai looked over, his eyes suddenly turned cold, and he couldn't help but laugh. Ha ha ha! You are that damn Lin Fei. You actually have a relationship with the Chen family. Yu Longlai had been focused on Chen Mingshan, so he really didn't notice the situation here. When he saw Lin Fei, he immediately remembered that he saw Lin Fei's photo. Master Han, this guy is a bit strong. Please help me take him down. Yu Longlai said to Han Puming. Young boy, no problem. Han Puming didn't dare to offend Longting Manor, so he didn't take it seriously at all. Master Lin, be careful of this person's leg technique. It's very domineering. Chen Mingshan was still panting and couldn't help but remind, you can only move around, don't get close. Chapter 38:66. Yu Longlai wanted to laugh now. His luck seemed to be too good. He could meet the person he was looking for. It was really effortless to wear out iron shoes in fruitless search. If he took down this kid, Yu Longlai believed that the others would have no chance to compete with him. One had to know that the 5 brothers, although they were not biological brothers, the competition was still very fierce. Every time they arranged things, who didn't try their best to perform, just to keep a good ability. Yu Longlai was in a good mood now. Han Puming strode forward. When he was 2 or 3 meters away, he burst out his speed and swept over with a long kick, bringing a strong wind. Taekwondo, Han Puming's best leg technique could easily break a wooden stake. I see that your leg technique is very good. I don't know anything else, but I know leg technique. Lin Fei smiled and said, he moved later, but arrived first, sweeping his leg on Han Puming's leg. He's faster than me. Han Puming was suddenly shocked. Don't think that it was just a move later. Ordinary people couldn't do it. This required stronger physical strength. Even if his speed is faster than me, so what? Once the hidden force in my body erupts, I can let this kid know what pain and despair is. Han Puming snorted coldly in his heart. The corner of his mouth rose, flashing a cruel smile. Yu Longlai shook his head in disappointment. He thought that this guy had some ability, but now it seemed that he was just SOSO. He actually dared to compete with Master Han in leg technique. He was simply seeking death. Kacha! All this happened in a very short time. A crisp sound reverberated through the air. Everyone couldn't help but feel numb. The sound was too loud, as if something was smashed. Ah! Before they could recover, they saw a figure flying out. Ah, my leg is broken! Han Puming fell to the ground. The thigh that he was proud of was now hanging down softly. His face was pale. You destroyed my leg, how dare you! The severe pain made Han Puming's whole face hideous, accompanied by convulsions. It was too painful. It can't be helped. Who asked her legs to be so weak? Lin Fei smiled and said, oh right, I forgot to tell you. My thighs are known as the Diamond Invincible Super Legs. Wooden stakes and steel plates are nothing to me. Han Puming was so angry that he nearly vomited blood. Young Master you have to stand up for me. Yu Longlai couldn't hold it in any longer. How dare you cripple Master Han? Yu Longlai gritted his teeth, wishing that he could immediately cripple Lin Fei. Even though Han Puming was injured, he was in a lot of trouble. After all, there was a big shot behind Han Puming. Even though their relationship wasn't deep, they were still on the same side. If that person got angry, even foster father wouldn't be able to handle it. So what if I'm crippled? My skills are inferior. Lin Fei laughed. Now it's your turn. I think we should find a place to talk. Chat? Yu Longlai said coldly, there's no need to talk. Master Han is a guest of our soaring dragon villa. You hate Master Han. That means you're an enemy of our soaring dragon villa. So what if I'm an enemy? Lin Fei walked over and put a hand on Yu Longlai's shoulder. Kacha! Yu Longlai instantly felt as if he was being crushed by Mount Tai. Half of his shoulder seemed to have split open. Yu Longlai couldn't take it at all. He couldn't move even if he wanted to. His heart was filled with fear and unease. Grandmaster. This person must be a grandmaster. Let's go talk. Lin Fei smiled and said, there's an empty room over there. Chun Shanshan pointed in a direction. There's a resting room over there. Lin Fei left with Yu Longlai. Grandpa, what level is Master Lin's strength at? Chun Shanshan asked in a low voice. Why can't I see clearly how he did it? Chun Shanshan really didn't see it clearly. The moment Han Puming made his move, it was too fast. In the blink of an eye, the outcome was decided. Very strong, Chen Mingshan said solemnly. Fifth brother, you should be glad that Master Lin showed mercy. Otherwise, you'd be finished. Chen Lai was sweating profusely. When he lost to Lin Fan, Chen Lai couldn't accept it. He felt that he underestimated Lin Fan and was caught off guard. But now, Chen Lai finally realized how terrifying this seemingly harmless young man was. Everyone knew Han Puming's strength. His leg technique was amazing. Even Chen Lai wasn't his opponent. But that scene just now was completely one-sided. He's that one. Chen Lai's breathing was a bit hurried. Chen Mingshan nodded. I also underestimated him. Youngsters these days are too scary. Shanshan, you did the right thing this time. Chen Shanshan was also in a mess. The person she casually touched in the park was actually such a powerful expert. A grandmaster. Chun Shanshan didn't dare to imagine it. Lin Fei, if you dare touch me, you're dead. Yu Longlai tried his best to calm himself down. Lin Fei casually pushed the chair aside and sat down. If you don't want to suffer, then answer my questions honestly. Lin Fei said lightly, You only have a problem with one shoulder. I don't mind helping you and getting the other half. Yu Longlai took a few steps back, gritting his teeth in pain. My godfather is... Before he could finish, a slap greeted him. Yu Longlai tumbled away, 3 of his teeth broken. Continue your performance, Lin Fei said lightly. I love watching performances the most. Yu Longlai covered his mouth. This time he was really scared. After all, he wasn't a martial artist and only knew spells. He didn't dare to speak again after being hit in the head. Tell me what's so special about your soaring dragon manner, Lin Fei said. Don't lie. If you lie, I'll knock out all your teeth and break a few bones for you. Yu Longlai suddenly shivered. How could there be such a person? Wasn't he afraid of soaring dragon manner and his godfather? I'll tell you. Yu Longlai didn't dare to speak carelessly. He didn't have a helper now. You have to think about it. Lin Fei said, There aren't many chances. Yu Longlai was also extremely unlucky. He didn't expect the little rabbit to become a big tiger in the blink of an eye. Our soaring dragon manor is said to be built on a hillside. It's said that the environment here is good. Yu Longlai said while observing. Seeing the other frown, he said, In the innermost part of soaring dragon manor, there seems to be a spring. It's very good. My godfather treats it like a treasure. Even we can't enter it. Spring? That's right. Lin Fei smiled. Continue. Tell me as much as you know. Lin Fei said, I like obedient people. Chapter 38:67. Chun Mingshan and the rest didn't have to wait long. Lin Fei and Yu Longlai came out. Compared to before, the current Yu Longlai was as obedient as a little lamb. It was a ridiculous feeling, but it was true. Go back and tell Yu Zishan not to cause any more trouble. I'll have a good chat with him. Lin Fei said lightly. Yu Longlia's heart skipped a beat. He didn't dare to say anything else. He was really afraid of this person. He helped Han Puming up and left. Staying in the dojo for a second longer was a humiliation and fear for Yu Longlai. This time he really fell for it. Master Lin, you're our Qin clan's benefactor. Chun Mingshan said gratefully. If it wasn't for Lin Fei, their dojo wouldn't have been able to stop Han Puming. I'm also a martial artist. Since I met him, I have to help. Lin Fei smiled. I'm very interested in Longting Manor. Even if they don't find trouble with me, I'll find them sooner or later. Chun Mingshan let his disciple take the students away. Master Lin, did you also hear about the legend of Longting Manor? Chun Mingshan asked. If that's the case, this old man knows a bit about it. Chen Shanshan interrupted. But isn't it a legend? It's said that there's a spring in Longting Manor. It's said that after drinking it, it's extremely beneficial to the body. That Yu Zishan forcefully took it. Is there really such a good spring in this world? Chun Mingshan shook his head. You don't understand. Longting Manor does have a secret. Otherwise, Yu Zishan would have forcefully taken it. I also know that Yu Zishan rarely leaves Longting Manor because of that spring. Lin Fei was interested in Longting Manor. He smelled a familiar aura from Yu Longlai. Even though it was weak, it was genuine. Master Lin, be careful when you go to Longting Manor. It's Yu Zishan's 80th birthday in a few days. I heard that all the big shots in East Sea will be there. I even heard that some big shots from Yanjing will be there too. They seem to be grandmasters. Chun Mingshan said. Grandmasters? Lin Fei smiled. It's been a while since he returned to Earth and his hands were itching. He didn't know if this grandmaster could satisfy his craving. If there's nothing else, I'll leave first. Coming out to visit the Qin family. Lin Fei found something interesting and was in a good mood. Master Lin, it's rare for you to come here. You should at least eat before leaving. Chun Mingshan urged him to stay. After all, you're a great benefactor of our Qin family. Our Chan family almost missed the chance to participate in the martial arts circle convention. There's such a thing in the martial arts circle convention? Lin Fei was quite surprised. It can still exist now. This time, Chun Mingshan didn't make a fuss. Master Lin, let's talk while we eat. Chun Mingshan found an opportunity. This time, Lin Fei did not refuse. This time, in order to thank Lin Fei, Chun Mingshan arranged for a private restaurant. This place was not easy to make a reservation. If he really wanted to wait, he could wait for 2 to 3 months. There were only 4 people in this meal. Chun Mingshan's 2 granddaughters and Chun Lai. The dishes on the table were very delicious. On this point, Chun Mingshan was very sincere. Lin Fei was quite satisfied. This kind of private restaurant was really rare. Master Lin, the martial arts circle convention was indeed used for martial arts in the past. But now it's a little different. Chun Mingshan explained, for example, this time's martial arts circle convention is actually aimed at the South, so it's called the Southern Martial Arts Circle Convention. Then there's the Northern and Southern Martial Arts Circle. Chun Lai and Chen Shanshan listened quietly. Yes, there's indeed a Northern and Southern Martial Arts Circle Convention. Chun Mingshan said the Martial Arts Circle Convention has become different now. Basically, most of the martial arts circle's affairs will be solved at the Martial Arts Circle Convention. Some grandmasters will also accept disciples at the Martial Arts Circle Convention. For example, this time the one from Fenghua International wanted to hurt our Chun Family Martial Arts School so that we wouldn't get a ranking in the Martial Arts Circle Convention. This will affect the Chun Family Martial Arts School's influence in Donghai. Lin Fei listened quietly. Soon he understood the cause and effect. Just as what Chun Mingshan said, the martial arts world was really different now. At least, it didn't have the yearning in Lin Fei's eyes. It was very strange. When is the Martial Arts Circle Convention? Lin Fei asked. A month later, in the middle of September. Chun Mingshan replied, the location is in Hangzhou. When the time comes, let me know. It's such an interesting thing. Lin Fei had seen all kinds of big scenes, but after all, it was the Martial Arts Circle Convention of China, so it was different. It was a kind of emotional power. If Master Lin wants to go, absolutely no problem. Chun Mingshan smiled and said, after all, it's also a big event in the martial arts circle. After the Martial Arts Circle Convention started, the atmosphere began to lighten up. During the meal, everyone was talking and laughing. Chun Mingshan and Chin Lai went back first. As for the reason, it was also very simple. It was to deal with the martial arts school. Since Fenghua International dared to challenge their martial arts school, if they didn't teach them a lesson, they would miss a great opportunity. Chun Mingshan also wanted his granddaughter to have a good contact with Lin Fei. After all, he was a strong grandmaster. As a female criminal police captain, it was the first time for Chun Shanshan to walk with a man, so she was somewhat not used to it. Do you have something to say? Lin Fei smiled. Lin Fei couldn't see Chun Shanshan's change, so he asked with a smile, Are you a grandmaster? After Chun Shanshan asked this question, she immediately realized that something was wrong. Lin Fei smiled but didn't say anything. Finally, he joked, Guess! Chun Shanshan burst into laughter. Maybe because of this laughter, Chun Shanshan adjusted herself. After all, she was indeed under a lot of pressure before. After all, the word grandmaster still gave people a lot of pressure. Chun Shanshan was in this circle, so she naturally knew the deterrent power of grandmaster. You're very different. Chun Shanshan said, Can't I be like a normal person? Lin Fei stopped. Do I have to be the same as a grandmaster? I don't think the grandmaster realm is that powerful. It can only be said to be a starting point. Chun Shanshan had seen grandmaster powerhouses. But compared to Lin Fei, it was obviously different. There was no arrogance. Is there something on my face? Chen Shanshan found that Lin Fei had been staring at her and suddenly felt a little uncomfortable. Don't go on a mission in the next few days. Lin Fei retracted his gaze. I don't seem to have a mission. Chun Shanshan was puzzled. Just remember my words. Lin Fei smiled. It's not a good time to go out in the next few days. Of course, you can also treat it as a joke. You can read people's faces? Chun Shanshan was surprised. For Lin Fei, who had mastered the space-time ability, reading people's faces wasn't a problem. Just now, he inadvertently saw that Chun Shanshan was shrouded in blood, which wasn't a good sign. Chapter 3868. Chun Shanshan was skeptical about this, now that Lin Fei was not an ordinary person. Although Chun Shanshan did not believe it, she did not show it on her face. She just smiled lightly. I will pay attention. How could Lin Fei not see through Chun Shanshan's thoughts? He did not say anything. After all, he was just casually mentioning it. If she took it seriously, it would be her fate. If she did not take it seriously, there was nothing he could do. Anyway, he had reminded her. Lin Fei would not say this kind of thing again. After parting with Chun Shanshan, Lin Fei was not in a hurry to go back. He first went to Soaring Dragon Manor to see his villa. That Zhang Wani was quite capable. He personally supervised the decorations, and the interior of the villa looked brand new. The general layout was exactly the same as the design drawing. There was no difference. Mr. Lin, the villa will be completed soon. If you are in a hurry to move in, I will ask them to work overtime. Zhang Wani was glad that he was supervising the work. Although Lin Fei was young, he gave people an invisible pressure. This was also the reason why Zhang Wani came. Zhang Wani had seen many big bosses, but he could not find any who could compare with this young man. It seemed that when this person in front of him was angry, it was like the wrath of the emperor. In fact, Zhang Wani's feeling was right. As a sempiternal realm expert, Lin Fei had killed countless enemies and accumulated a terrifying murderous aura. Even if he hid it, not everyone would be able to withstand it. Forget about the overtime. I am not in a hurry, as long as the quality is guaranteed. Lin Fei shook his head. He just wanted to take a look. Do you know Soaring Dragon Manor? Lin Fei asked casually. Yes. Zhang Wani nodded. I have been to that villa before. It is a very magical villa. It is really warm in spring and cool in summer. In the villa, one will feel relaxed and happy. Magical? Very magical. Zhang Wani said enviously. In the entire East Sea, I have not seen a second magical villa. Soaring Dragon Manor is the only one. After chatting for a while, Lin Fei left. Soaring Dragon Manor. Lin Fei narrowed his eyes. Anyway, I have time. I can go and see the true face of this Soaring Dragon Manor. Intian Building, 36th floor. Originally, this floor was very lively, but in a short time, many people from Meishing left, and the remaining people were not in the mood to work. Our company is finished, isn't it? Director Xue took the core team with him. Maybe we will have to change companies. The people at work were discussing in low voices. In the office, Bai Shengnan looked haggard, as if she hadn't slept in days. Xiao Lin, let's go back. Bai Shengnan said to Xiao Lin, who was making tea. The company is finished. Xiao Lin also looked tired and put down. Sister Shengnan, we still have a chance. Although Xiao Lin was tired, she was still filled with fighting spirit. We definitely cannot lose. Otherwise, who knows how that bitch Xue Meiqi will be so proud. At the mention of Xue Meiqi, Xiao Lin was filled with anger. If it wasn't for me, Xue Meiqi wouldn't have brought people to jump ship. Xiao Lin said guiltily. Bai Shengnan shook his head. He didn't blame Xiao Lin. This matter actually isn't your fault. Xue Meiqi always had the thought of leaving. I just didn't think that she would leave at this time, take away the design, and leak the company's secret. With Xue Meiqi's departure, Bai Xingnan's company felt like it was being pulled out of the pot. This was a huge blow to Bai Xingnan. "You're not allowed to enter." Messy footsteps could be heard from outside the corridor. The door to the manager's office was pushed open. "Manager Bai, they're about to barge in." The receptionist uneasily said, "I can't stop them." "Li Guahao, your actions aren't gentlemanly at all," Bai Shangnan said with a frosty expression. The man called Li Guahao was dressed in a well-fitting suit, looking like an elite, giving off a strong sense of oppression. "I'm very gentlemanly." Li Guahao laughed. "Shangnan, now that your company is in trouble, are you still not going to bow down? Why should I lower my head?" Bai Shangnan really didn't like this man. If it wasn't for this man, Bai Shangnan wouldn't have come this far. "Sister Shangnan, do you want to call the police?" Xia Lin also didn't like this man. His aloof gaze and attitude made people feel very uncomfortable. "You can leave now," Li Guahao said indifferently. "I want to have a good chat with Shangnan." "I'm not leaving," Xia Lin said coldly, "but you can scram now. You barged into someone else's company without permission. Believe it or not, I can get the security to chase you out with a single phone call." Quite a temper. Li Guahao casually swept a glance. This sweep. Xia Lin's heart was shaken, her entire body was spinning, then just obediently lied down. "You still dare to make a move." Bai Shangnan stood up and helped Xia Lin up. Xia Lin had fallen into a deep sleep. "If anything happens to Xiao Lin, I definitely won't let you off." Li Guahao said, "Who asked her to have such a bad temper?" "Just obediently leave." Bai Shangnan helped Xia Lin sit down on the sofa. "Leave, I don't want to see you. My company hasn't gone bankrupt yet, and my bet hasn't ended yet." "Shangnan, why are you doing this?" Li Guahao said, "The marriage between our two families is beneficial to everyone. Not to mention I am a genius. My future achievements are limitless. What's wrong with you becoming my woman?" Bai Shangnan sneered. "Who wants to be your woman? Now you can leave. Scram as far away as you can. I don't want to see you." "I like your temper." Li Guahao laughed. "Your company will go bankrupt sooner or later." "Oh, right. I was the one who poached Xue Meiqi away. I even told her that it's impossible for you to revive the company. Ha ha ha." Bai Xingli gritted his teeth. "I knew it was you who was playing tricks, you despicable and shameless guy." "Scold me all you want, it doesn't matter," Li Guahao said. "Anyway, you will be my woman sooner or later. When the time comes, I will slowly conquer you. Just thinking about it is exciting." Ha 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 ha. Li Guahao left with a string of laughter. Bai Xingli collapsed on the sofa. His spirit was even worse than before. "I won't admit defeat." Bai Shangnan gritted his teeth. "If I can't find anyone in East Sea, then I will find someone outside." Bai Shangnan quickly calmed down. Looking at Xia Lin's pale face, he felt guilty in his heart. Li Guahao, that bastard. How could he use martial arts to attack Xia Lin? No, I must first send her to the hospital. Bai Shengnan was about to make a phone call, but he quickly suppressed that thought. It's better to let Xia Lin's boyfriend come. That person seems to have a good foundation. Maybe he has a better way. Chapter 38-69. In the end, Lin Fei couldn't go to Chenglongting Villa. When he was halfway there, he received a call from Xia Lin. So early! After seeing the name, Lin Fei was slightly startled. It seemed that this wasn't the time to get off work. Xiao Lin. Just as he spoke, an unfamiliar voice came from the other side. Lin Fei immediately knew who it was. I'm Xiao Lin's manager. Xiao Lin is in some trouble. Can you come to the company? Bai Xingnan's voice came from the other side. She sounded tired and anxious. I'll be right there. Lin Fei didn't say anything else. Change the route to Yintian Building. Below Yintian Building, Li Guohao sat in a Bentley. Young master, why don't you just make a move and bankrupt Meishin Corporation? The bodyguard in the front passenger seat said. Li Guahao bit the cigar in his mouth and said in a domineering manner, Bai Xingnan isn't an ordinary woman. If I want to get her, I have to tear off her clothes step by step. Only then will it feel like conquering her. Moreover, Bai Xingnan made a bet with her family. If I go too far, it won't be good if the Bai family thinks otherwise. Young master is amazing. The bodyguard flattered. At most a week, Bai Xingnan won't be able to hold on anymore and will obediently abide by the marriage contract. Li Guahao's eyes revealed a hint of excitement. What a day I'm looking forward to! Arrange for someone to keep an eye on Bai Xingnan these days. Don't let her do anything stupid. Lin Fei immediately came to Yintian building. After staying at Xia Lin's house for a while, he really liked Xia Lin's character. Now that he heard that something happened to Xia Lin, he couldn't sit still. He went upstairs and went straight to the 36th floor. When he reached the 36th floor, Lin Fei walked out and saw the problem. You're Xia Lin's boyfriend, Lin Fei. The receptionist came up and asked, Assistant Xia is in the lounge. Thank you. In the lounge. Bai Xingnan was very anxious. What happened to Xiao Lin? Lin Fei pushed the door open and saw Bai Xingnan in a formal suit. Then he saw Xia Lin lying on the sofa. Who did it? Lin Fei strode forward and arrived beside Xia Lin. He raised his brows and a chill flashed across his eyes. Mr. Lin, this is all my fault, Bai Xingnan said guiltily. If it weren't for me, little Lin wouldn't have become like this. With Lin Fei's eyesight, he knew what was going on with just one look. We'll talk about your business later. Lin Fei was also angry. Others might not be able to see it, but it was like nothing in front of him. I'll wake Xiao Lin up first. You have a way. Bai Xingnan had tried many methods, but none of them worked. It's nothing, Lin Fei said. Is there anything I can help you with? Bai Xingnan asked. No need. Lin Fei extended his hand and tapped Charlene's forehead with a finger. It was so fast that Bai Xingnan couldn't react in time. His complexion has recovered, Bai Xingnan exclaimed. Charlene's originally pale face slowly recovered after Lin Fei's finger touched it. In the blink of an eye, it had regained its rosy color. Her long eyelashes fluttered as if she was going to wake up at any moment. Why did I fall asleep? Lin Fei withdrew his finger. Charlene blinked and opened her eyes. She muttered to herself absent-mindedly when she saw Lin Fei standing beside her. Big brother Lin, why are you here? I heard that you were tired, so I came to give you a massage, Lin Fei said with a smile. Don't you feel comfortable all over your body? With this guidance, Charlene really did feel comfortable all over. The pressure was gone, and most importantly, her mental state was also better. Yes, I feel comfortable. You have the ability to do this? Charlene said as a warm feeling welled up in her heart. Then you can give big sister Xingnan a massage. She's been very tired recently and hasn't had a good rest. Bai Xingnan was also engrossed in watching. The change in Charlene could be seen. Her essence, qi and spirit were completely different. Xiao Lin, what's the background of this man? Bai Xingnan was shocked. Of course, Lin Fei said with a smile. His complexion doesn't look good. My massage skills are not bad. I guarantee that he'll feel refreshed. Bai Xingnan noticed that Lin Fei was looking at her with a hidden meaning. Then I'll have to trouble Mr. Lin. Bai Xingnan didn't refuse. Charlene didn't see the invisible communication between the two of them. Big sister Xingnan, just give it a try. Charlene stood up. She indeed felt comfortable. I'll go organize the information. Before Bai Xingnan could say anything, Charlene went out. You don't feel very well. I'll give you a massage, Lin Fei said. Otherwise, if you continue like this, I'm afraid that you'll have a mental breakdown. Thank you. Bai Xingnan sat down. She was also very shocked. No one knew the situation better than she did. She was indeed under a lot of pressure. She was almost on the verge of a breakdown. Bai Shengnan had been persevering, but she gradually lost the motivation to persevere. She couldn't see any hope. Lin Fei's words really made Bai Shengnan want to give it a try. Close your eyes. Bai Shengnan closed her eyes as requested. Suddenly, a strange feeling appeared on her forehead. Her originally tense nerves completely relaxed at this moment. Woman, why do you put so much pressure on yourself? Lin Fei shook his head. Although Bai Shengnan seemed to be in low spirits, in Lin Fei's eyes, she was on the verge of a mental breakdown. It wasn't easy for her to persevere until now. She was a strong-willed woman. As for why she was on the verge of a mental breakdown in such a short time, even Lin Fei was surprised. It wasn't like this the last time he came. Thank you. When Bai Shengnan opened her eyes again, her exhaustion had disappeared without a trace. A great beauty caused a mental breakdown. Now there's another madman. I think Xiao Lin will be very sad. Lin Fei said with a smile. Bai Shengnan was indeed under a lot of pressure, but now it was as if a stone had been lifted from her body. She felt relaxed. It's been a long time since I felt this way. Then I was right to find you, Mr. Lin. Bai Shengnan said with a smile. I can only say that you're lucky. Lin Fei said, I want to know who did this to Xia Lin. It's a very vicious method. Xia Lin's mental state was severely damaged. She would become a vegetable in her next life. This kind of vicious method made Lin Fei very angry. It was even crueler than killing her. Vicious? Bai Shengnan could hear the anger in Lin Fei's words. How dare he? Mr. Lin, I will definitely give you an explanation for this. Lin Fei shook his head. There's no need for you to explain. I'll take care of Xiao Lin. You just need to tell me who did it. Bai Shengnan was shocked. In that instant, she felt as if the person in front of her had turned into a terrifying existence. It was so oppressive that she almost couldn't breathe. It's Li Guohao from the Li family, the second family of East Sea. Chapter 3870. Bai Shengnan had never felt that someone could have such a strong aura. Even her father didn't have such an aura. It was almost crushing. It was unimaginable that such an aura would appear on such a young person. He looked like he was in his early 20s. What kind of boyfriend did Xiao Lin find? The last time they met, Bai Shengnan felt that he was ordinary. But this time when they met again, this young man was filled with a mysterious aura. The second family in Donghai. Lin Fei narrowed his eyes. No wonder he dared to be so ruthless. Bai Shengnan said, Mr. Lin, the Li family has a great influence in Donghai. They are very likely to become the #1 family in Donghai. Li Guohao is the genius of the Li family. Genius or not, there is no difference in my eyes. Lin Fei said lightly, since he dared to make a move, I will definitely give him a big gift. Just based on that ruthless method, Lin Fei wouldn't let Li Guohao go. Mr. Lin, I can actually handle this matter. Bai Shengnan was clear about the strength of the Li family, and the Bai family was starting to decline. This was also the reason for the marriage. Bai Shengnan didn't want anything to happen to Xia Lin's boyfriend. Sister Shengnan, your complexion is recovering well. Xia Lin pushed the door open and let out a surprised voice. Brother Lin, your skills are really good. Xia Lin smiled. I think you can open a massage shop when you have nothing to do in the future. I guarantee that business will be prosperous. Bai Shengnan burst out laughing. She had to admit that Lin Fei's method was really amazing. Just now, Bai Shengnan looked like a new person. It was very comfortable. I can consider this. Lin Fei smiled and said, maybe I can really open one. Who asked me to be unemployed right now? Xia Lin rolled her eyes. You have the nerve to say that you are unemployed. You are really thick-skinned. But if you open a massage shop, maybe I can be your receptionist. Bai Xingnan's face also darkened. Xiao Lin, you found a good boyfriend, Bai Xingnan said enviously. That ability would definitely make a name for himself in Donghai. This kind of method was indeed inconceivable, but the effect was so good that no one would believe it. Brother Lin, didn't you say that you're very powerful? Why don't you help Sister Shengnan? Otherwise, I'm really going to be laid off. Xia Lin suddenly had an idea and asked. Laid off? Lin Fei was very surprised. Thinking about it, Zhang Xian came to a realization. I see that the company is fine. Is there a problem? Lin Fei asked. Xia Lin said angrily, It's all that be asterisk th Shui Meiqi's fault. She left with her team at the most crucial moment, causing our company to be in a mess. Our new product can't be released, and it was stolen. Don't you think that's despicable? Bai Shangnan said, Shaolin, forget it. I'll handle this matter. At most, I'll just go back. That guy is so annoying. If you go, you'll definitely have a hard time. Xia Lin shook her head. That guy is especially annoying. He even dared to stare at me just now. Under normal circumstances, Lin Fei might not have interfered in this matter. But this time that guy was too despicable. He dared to lay his hands on Xia Lin. If it wasn't for Lin Fei coming over, he would have ended up in a very miserable state. Can you tell me what's going on? Lin Fei smiled. Maybe I really have a way. After all, there aren't many things that I can't do. Mr. Lin, this matter is very complicated. Let's just forget about it. Bai Shengnan didn't know Lin Fei's background, but she didn't want him to be involved in this matter. The Li family was a colossus. Anyone who dared to make an enemy out of the Li family was no different from hitting a rock with an egg. In Donghai, who knew how many families and forces had been uprooted by the Li family. They were a family that had climbed up by stepping on bones. Not only was the Li family deeply rooted in Donghai, but they also had connections in Yanjing. We can't just let it go like this, Xia Lin said angrily. If he dares to do something, we have to teach them a lesson. It's best to slap their faces. It's best to slap them. Didn't they want Sister Xingnan's company to close down? Let's make the company big and famous. We'll make them jealous. Bai Shangnan didn't know whether to laugh or cry. It wasn't that easy for a company to grow continuously. Bai Shangnan had experienced it before. It was like walking on thin ice. The real business world was like a battlefield. Brother Lin, I'll tell you. Xia Lin was a warm-hearted person. This time she was really unhappy. Regardless of whether Lin Fei could do it or not, it was better to find someone to talk to. Bai Shangnan didn't stop her. She knew that Xia Lin was angry. After all, a good company had become like this. No matter who it was, they would feel uncomfortable. Lin Fei listened quietly. In fact, the matter was very simple. Mei Sheng Company was a company targeted at women. They specialized in making clothes and could be considered an independent brand. This was because Bai Shangnan studied fashion design. However, she was a little lacking in design and could only manage administrative matters. Hence, she invited Shui Meiqi to be the design director. However, who would have thought that at the critical moment, Shui Meiqi would take the firewood under the cauldron and give Bai Shengnan a heavy blow? Coupled with Li Guohao's ban, almost no one was willing to help Bai Shengnan. That means that if the company wants to come back to life, we must design a brand of clothes that will become popular. Lin Fei hit the nail on the head. Yes, yes. Xia Lin nodded and smiled bitterly. But it's easier said than done to design a brand of clothes that will become popular. Xia Lin was just saying. She really didn't expect Lin Fei to come up with a solution. Design. It wasn't that easy. Otherwise, the streets would be filled with designers. Xia Lin just wanted to find someone to talk to. After all, it was really uncomfortable to keep this matter in her heart, especially since Xia Lin was a sensitive person. Now that there was no one in the company, Lin Fei became the person to talk to. Xiao Lin, since your boyfriend is here, you should go home early today and have a good rest, Bai Shengnan said. Otherwise, your boyfriend will have nothing to do here. Xia Lin rolled her eyes. He's not my boyfriend. Although she said that, she was very happy in her heart. Bai Shengnan didn't know that Xia Lin was telling the truth and thought that she was joking. Do you have a design plan here? Lin Fei asked. I want to take a look. Design? Lin Fei didn't know how to design. However, from what he had seen in the alternate world and reading various ancient books, he had accumulated a lot of knowledge in this area. The long river of memories in Lin Fei's mind was very terrifying. A large amount of knowledge accumulated, like a vast ocean. Anyone who saw it would feel scared. Xia Lin and Bai Shengnan were shocked. Brother Lin, you know how to design? Xia Lin asked suspiciously. Lin Fei laughed. Ha 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 ha, isn't it just design? It's too simple. Xia Lin curled her lips. You're bluffing. If design was so easy, everyone would be design masters and famous all over the world. Chapter 3871. It is normal for Xia Lin to have this thought. Not just anyone can be a designer. If one wants to become famous all over the world, it is even more difficult. That is the top level. That depends on whether you choose to believe me or not. Lin Fei said with a smile. One must know that the accumulation in one's mind, if transformed, would be very scary. Lin Fei believes that those so-called design masters would definitely not be able to reach this level. After all, their imagination is very limited. Lin Fei, I'm afraid you won't even be able to understand the design. Xia Lin giggled and took out a design on the spot. This is the design that we are going to participate in this competition. Unfortunately, it was stolen by Xuemeiqi, and he even registered it, causing us to be unable to participate in the competition. Xia Lin gnashed her teeth at Xuemeiqi. Bai Shengnan did not say anything. For some reason, there is no trace of bragging on this man at all. The other party's words are firm and powerful, making one's heart calm down. It is truly magical. Not only does he know how to massage, he also knows how to design. Bai Shengnan asked herself in her heart. As a fashion designer, Bai Shengnan knows better than anyone that it is definitely not an easy task to become a powerful design master. One needs to constantly accumulate, and this accumulation requires time, a very long time. Lin Fei took the design. Although there are only a few sizes on it, a complete finished product can appear in his mind. Only Lin Fei can do this kind of ability. I thought that Xuemeiqi was very powerful, but it seems like he is only SOSO. Lin Fei shook his head. I can only say that this person's design is too bad. Xia Lin giggled. Brother Lin, if that bitch heard what you said, she would definitely fly into a rage. Xia Lin giggled. It is indeed very ordinary. Lin Fei said, this is a shapewear. It looks good, but it can only change its shape with the help of external forces. In the end, it is just a common product. Xia Lin was a little surprised. You really saw through it. Our company is preparing to participate in the competition with shapewear. It took us a long time to collect data, but in the end, a lot of the data on the design of the shapewear was gone. Bai Shengnan was also shocked that Lin Fei could see through her. It was a man, and it was the original design. Basically, 9 out of 10 men would not be able to tell. It was because there were no markings on it. It's just a shapewear. To be honest, there's nothing worth caring about. Lin Fei said, I can take out any one of them, and it will definitely be popular in China. Xia Lin didn't believe Lin Fei's words. You really know how to brag. The shape-shifting clothes are all of this type now. Could it be that it can still transform? This was the era of big data. Meishing spent money to buy big data and knew that the shapewear was actually very similar, but the market for the shapewear was still so good. Women's money was easy to earn. The love of beauty was well known in the world. For the sake of beauty and a good figure, there were many women who were willing to spend money in this area. Bai Shengnan planned to attack from this angle because she had the same idea. Women understood women the best. Mr. Lin, I want to know, in your eyes, what type of shapewear is? Bai Shengnan asked curiously. If it was said that women understood women, then men knew what kind of women they admired the best. That's simple. Lin Fei smiled and said, Shapewear, I think that if you want to become an instant hit, you have to work hard on one word, and that word is shape. Shape? Bai Xingnan became serious. The current shapewear actually doesn't seriously study the meaning of shape. Lin Fei said, a real shapewear should improve the body and make the body reach a perfect level. There will be no rebound, no side effects, no need to go on a diet, etc. Otherwise, why would it be called a shapewear? Bai Xingnan had to admit that Xia Lin's boyfriend's words made sense. Actually, everyone understood what he meant. But to do it, it was as difficult as ascending to the heavens. Mr. Lin, your idea is very good, but it's really too difficult to do it. Bai Shengnan said with a bitter smile, if there really is such a shapewear, I think it can sweep the entire market and become a true overlord. Xia Lin nodded, revealing a look of yearning. Unfortunately, there isn't. Your words are equivalent to not saying anything. Everyone knows one thing. That's why I dare to say it. Lin Fei said with a smile, oh right, how long is the competition? If there's enough time, I think I can make a sample for you. Ah, there really is such a shapewear. Xia Lin's beautiful eyes widened in shock. Are you sure you're not fooling me? Lin Fei stretched out his hand. Give me a pen. Bai Shengnan was also shocked when she heard this. Zhong Zheng's voice didn't make people doubt him at all. They subconsciously took a pen and passed it to him. Lin Fei didn't know how to design, but it didn't matter. He started writing. It was written like flowing water. In less than a minute, it was over. This is a sample. You can take a look for yourselves. On the back of the original design, a new design was drawn. My shapewear looks simple, almost no different from the general public, but it has one biggest feature, and that is that it's thin, ultra-thin, almost the same as wearing it. Lin Fei continued, in addition to being ultra-thin, what's more important is the effect. It can unknowingly change a person's body to achieve the perfect figure of a woman. Is this really possible? Xia Lin looked at the design. It was almost lifelike, giving people a strong visual shock. Why does it feel like I'm listening to a heavenly book? Bai Shengnan now believed that Lin Fei knew how to design. He might even be a master designer. In just a short minute, it gave people such a shocking feeling. Bai Shengnan didn't dare to believe it. If there really is such a shapewear, then I can guarantee that it will definitely become popular. Bai Shengnan took a deep breath. But this material, in the entire world, only I can make this material. Lin Fei said with a smile, I call this material cloud silk, a magical existence. Cloud silk? Bai Shengnan had never heard of such a thing. Could it be the same as the clouds in the sky? After all, the clouds in the sky looked like white clouds, but in reality it was like looking at flowers in the fog, a very magical existence. Please help me, Mr. Lin. For some reason, Bai Shengnan believed Lin Fei's words. Maybe there really was such a thing. I'll go back and get you a sample. Lin Fei said, when you see the real sample, you'll be moved. If Xia Lin hadn't said the reason, Lin Fei really wouldn't have remembered that he knew about this kind of thing. This was a record from a certain ancient book. It was a special kind of clothing, and in the other world, it was still an insignificant existence. But on this earth, once the shapewear of this material appeared, it was invincible and swept through the entire market. Chapter 3872. In Lin Fei's eyes, making this kind of cloud shapewear was a trivial matter. Knowing that there was still a week before the competition, Lin Fei didn't care much about it. Brother Lin, do you really know how to design? Xia Lin got off work early. This sentence started from the moment they left the building until they returned home. Xia Lin was like a curious baby. You will see the finished product soon. Lin Fei smiled. Do you want me to customize a set for you? I guarantee that you will have the perfect body that men yearn for. I won't fall for it. Xia Lin rolled her eyes. You men are so bad, all kinds of tricks. It's impossible to guard against. Lin Fei didn't know whether to laugh or cry. At night, Lin Fei used a small method to make Xia Lin fall into a deep sleep. She was tampered with during the day, but Lin Fei resolved it and dispelled the influence of the power of sight. Xia Lin still needed more rest. She would be fine after a good night's sleep. I, an immortal expert, have to live in Xia Lin's house, and a little guy like you dares to make a move. You are courting death. Lin Fei sneered and left the neighborhood. Tonight he was going to settle the score with that Li Guahao. Recently he had been busy, so Lin Fei didn't have the mood to waste time. This kind of person deserved to be taught a lesson. Daring to make a move on Xia Lin, Lin Fei really admired this Li Guahao's courage. Go, out of the Golden Mountain neighborhood. Lin Fei didn't take a taxi, but activated a strand of hair, turning it into a ball of fluorescent light, flickering, almost no different from a firefly. This hair fell from Li Guahao at Bai Xingnan's company. Now it had become Lin Fei's best help. It's actually in Jiangbei district. The fluorescent light that was like a firefly disappeared extremely quickly, but it contained a trace of Lin Fei's spiritual force, so he could sense where it stopped. As long as it's in Jiangbei district, it saves me a lot of trouble. Lin Fei smiled and walked over. With each step, he disappeared in the blink of an eye. Shan Shan, tonight's mission is very important. You must be careful. Outside Jiangbei district, in an inconspicuous house. At this time, Chen Shanshan was fully armed with live ammunition. But Chen Shanshan's mood was very strange at this time. There's actually such a mission, and it's also a very important mission. Even I didn't know about it. Chen Shanshan was shocked, and Lin Fei's words during the day came to her mind. At first, Chen Shanshan didn't believe it, but she didn't know that she was asked to stay in the evening, and her phone was taken away. Only then did Chen Shanshan know that there was such a mission. Arrest the drug dealers. I'll pay attention. It was rare for Chen Shanshan, as the captain, to not be notified. It is said that there are a few powerful fellows among the drug dealers this time. They are our main targets this time. The person beside him said in a low voice, "They are extremely vicious, so we must be very careful." Chen Shanshan could hear the danger of catching the drug dealers this time, and she kept recalling Lin Fei's words in her mind. Is this mission really a bloody disaster for me? It shouldn't be so strange. Jiangbei District. Heroes Club. It was a top club at the same level as Glory Club. It's in the club, then it's easy. Lin Fei stood opposite the Heroes Club. It was night time, and the parking area of the Heroes Club was full of luxury cars, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and so on. Lin Fei could sense that there was a looming figure in the Heroes Club, even with a strong aura. A warrior. Lin Fei smiled. You can be proud that I came to find you in person. Inside the Heroes Club, in the private room. At this time, Li Guahao didn't know that danger was coming, and he was having fun with a group of beauties. Since he was strong, Li Guahao had a great need for women. He changed women almost every day. As the favored son of the Li family, women would take the initiative to lie on his bed with just a finger. Young Masterly, you're so bad. I'm the one drinking again. Li Guahao laughed, grabbed a pile of money, and reached in from below. Who told you to be so good at pretending? Young Masterly, you're so bad. A good-looking model said in a coquettish voice. This attracted the envy and jealousy of the surrounding sisters. In the Heroes Club, everyone knew that young Masterly was a rich man, and he had a powerful background. The pile of money just now was at least 3,000 or 4,000. That would make them jealous. Don't worry, everyone. We still have a long time tonight. The Heroes Club was a top-notch club. Beautiful girls could enter for free, but men needed to apply for a membership card. Invisibly, it formed a certain class. Lin Fei swaggered in as if there was no one around. Inside the Heroes Club, all the beauties were dazzling. Lin Fei glanced at them casually. The goddesses that he usually couldn't see were all in the Heroes Club, and they were very eye-catching. "He's upstairs." Lin Fei withdrew his gaze and walked up the stairs of the Heroes Club. He spread out his mind power and found out where Li Guohao was. He actually brought 2 bodyguards with him, and they're all martial artists. The Li family is really influential. No wonder Bai Shengnan is afraid of them. Outside the private room stood 2 bodyguards. They were both at the peak of obvious strength, and their punches and kicks could reach more than 1,000 pounds. One punch could kill someone, and ordinary people couldn't take it. The 2 bodyguards guarded the door like door guards. The invisible fierce aura they emitted was enough to deter people from approaching them. "Who's there?" Li Guohao covered his face with a piece of cloth, and he was playing a game of catching women. Li Guohao sensed at the moment the door of the private room moved. As the Li family's favored one, Li Guohao naturally had his own abilities. Bam, bam, bam. The room suddenly became quiet. Li Guohao pulled down the cloth covering his eyes, and the beauties who had been playing with him were now lying on the ground in a mess. In the private room, a young man had appeared out of nowhere. "Who are you?" Li Guohao's pupils shrank. As he spoke, he quickly approached and punched. This was the fist technique of the Li family. 1 punch, 3 echoes. The power was so great that it could be considered a very powerful fist technique. Li Guohao's combat skills were very rich. No matter who the person was, he was definitely an enemy, and he would kill him first. It was just a dead person, and the Li family could deal with it quietly without leaving any traces. Li Guohao's gaze turned cold. He believed that the other party wouldn't be able to react in time. At such a distance, Li Guohao was 100% confident that he could kill any opponent. "Your reaction speed is very fast, Li family's favored one." Hee. Lin Fei casually reached out and grabbed Li Guohao's fist. "You're courting death." Boom, boom, boom. 3 waves of force exploded from Li Guohao's fist. There were even 3 crisp sounds echoing in the private room. "Ah, my hand." Lin Fei smiled and squeezed. Crack, crack, crack. Li Guohao's entire face twisted. "You can't even take this little pain. What kind of martial artist are you?" Lin Fei said calmly. With a wave of his hand, Li Guohao fell out and hit the sofa. "I'm from the Li family. Who are you?" Li Guohao's arrogant face was now filled with shock and fear. "Sorry, you don't have the right to know." Lin Fei said with a smile, "You've enjoyed so much glory and wealth for so long. Repent for the rest of your life." Boom! Li Guohao saw the sun in his opponent's eyes, and the world turned snow white at this moment. Chapter 3873. Li Guohao lost consciousness in the next second. He had no ability to resist at all. It wasn't until the group of girls in the private room woke up one after another that they found Li Guohao lying on the ground. Everyone's expression changed drastically. The bodyguard outside the door also rushed in and was also stunned. He was so scared that he sucked in a breath of cold air all the way to his spine. Something big happened. After Lin Fei left the clubhouse, he didn't rush back. Instead, he took a leisurely walk. Unlike other people's strolls, Lin Fei seemed to be able to cover a large distance with each step. "I believe the Li family will be interested." Lin Fei didn't kill Li Guohao. For him, killing was actually the most meaningless thing. Li Guohao dared to use his sight to deal with an ordinary person. So Lin Fei didn't mind letting Li Guohao have a taste of this feeling. Lin Fei used his spiritual force to seal the other party's consciousness. Let the other party be trapped in it for the rest of his life, able to hear, but unable to move or speak. This punishment was the best. Lin Fei liked this method. It was better than directly killing the other party. It wasn't so easy to be happy. He walked all the way. Lin Fei stopped at the foot of a mountain. Longting Villa. Lin Fei, who was squinting, raised the corner of his mouth slightly. It is indeed a place with rich spiritual energy. At a glance, he saw through it. Although the layout was good, it couldn't hide from Lin Fei's eyes. Standing on the opposite side of the villa, Lin Fei could see everything clearly. There was spiritual energy in the villa. Although it couldn't reach the level of a different world, it was no less than a paradise on earth where spiritual energy was scarce. Cultivating in such a place would yield twice the results with half the effort. Lin Fei also saw that Longting Villa had also set up an array. Unfortunately, this array was very rough and full of flaws. Ordinary people wouldn't be able to see through it. At most, they would feel that the air in the villa was good. This villa is destined to be with me. Lin Fei revealed a faint smile and turned to leave. As for the inside of the villa, there was no need to look. There is a place to plant the spiritual energy seeds. If I set up a spirit gathering array here, the effect will be even better. He didn't have to go in to take a look, but he could see the general situation clearly. Yu Zilong's eyesight was indeed very good. He was able to silently occupy a mountain peak filled with spiritual energy. Most people didn't have the ability to do so. I'll come back for it in a few days. To Lin Fei, a mountain with spiritual energy was barely acceptable. Mosquito meat was still meat. At least it had some use. Lin Fei planned to deal with the matter first, before coming back. With a smile on his face, Lin Fei turned around and left. Did the sun rise from the west today? Lin Fei woke up early in the morning and saw Charlene making breakfast. After a night of deep sleep, Xia Lin's complexion was extremely good, incomparable to a few days ago. Can't I? Charlene turned back and smiled. You must be hiding evil intentions. Lin Fei walked over and placed a bowl of porridge, pickled vegetables, and buns on the table. Xia Lin snorted. I'm in a good mood, eat or not. I'll eat, of course I'll eat. Lin Fei smiled as he put the porridge in his bowl. After eating breakfast, Xia Lin didn't go to work. Brother Lin, when are you going to start making it? Xia Lin cared about this more than ever. Oh, Assistant Xia, you're anxious, Lin Fei teased. Or do you want to see the cloud silk shapewear as soon as possible? Xia Lin wouldn't admit that she was indeed interested in the cloud silk shapewear. I'm thinking about the company. I don't want Sister Shengnan to be disappointed, Xia Lin said. I'm not in a hurry today, Lin Fei said. I plan to buy a car first. I can't go out without a car. Ah, buy a car? Do you have money? Xia Lin blinked. I remember that you're unemployed. Would you believe me if I said that I'm a second-generation rich? Xia Lin pouted. I don't believe you. Lin Fei was indeed preparing to buy a car. It was really inconvenient to not have a car in Donghai. Especially this time, he needed a lot of things to make the cloud silk. He would probably have to go to many places, and this was under the condition that everything went smoothly. If it didn't go smoothly, he would have to make a few more trips. Buying a car was on the agenda, although driving was not as fast as walking. At least he could fulfill one of his dreams. Do you want to go together? Lin Fei said with a smile. Maybe if you act coquettishly, I might buy you a BMW. Don't even think about it. Xia Lin rolled her eyes. I'm going to work. Lin Fei reminded. By the way, bring the talisman. After dealing with Li Guahao, Lin Fei didn't leave any traces. His powerful mental strength erased everything. It was better to be safe than sorry. With the talisman, it would be foolproof. Anna, I've been keeping it, Xia Lin said with a smile. Mei Xing Company. Bai Shangnan put down the phone and couldn't come back to her senses for a long time. There were still a few words echoing in her mind. Li Guahao from the Li family was crippled by a mysterious person and became a vegetable. He won't be able to recover for the rest of his life. This was secretly called by one of Bai Xingnan's close cousins. Li Guahao was actually crippled by someone and became a vegetable. Bai Shangnan couldn't believe it. The main point was that Li Guahao was the genius of the Li family. She couldn't imagine what kind of commotion it would cause. Could it be him? A figure appeared in her mind. It was Xia Lin's boyfriend, Lin Fei. It shouldn't be him. Bai Shengnan shook her head again. It didn't seem realistic. A person dared to challenge the Li family, the future #1 family of Donghai. This kind of courage wasn't something that anyone could do. However, this was good news for Bai Shengnan. That annoying person was finally gone. Bai Shengnan's mood became very good. Her phone rang. Bai Shengnan looked at it. It was a number that she loved and hated. She took a deep breath. Dad. At this time, Donghai, inside the Li family's villa, everyone's expression was very ugly. As soon as something happened to Li Guahao, the news spread to the Li family. At first, the Li family thought that he was plotted against and should be fine. After all, who would dare to not give face to the Li family? However, the Li family's plan was in vain. The hospital kept calling, and none of the news was good. The leaders of the Li family were enraged. I don't know why that asshole would do this. He is provoking the Li family. Find him. We will find him even if we have to dig 3 feet into the ground. The leaders of the Li family were enraged. No one knew better than them how important a genius was to the Li family. Any genius had the chance to become a transcendent grandmaster. In order to cultivate a transcendent grandmaster, the Li family had to invest a lot of resources. But now the Li family was bleeding. He's out. 2 people came out from the 2nd floor. One was the family lord of the Li family, Li Leiting. Just like his name, he was as powerful as thunder. As soon as Li Leiting came out, an invisible pressure pressed down on everyone, making it hard for them to breathe. Family Lord, what's the situation? Guahao is not badly injured, right? The leaders of the Li family asked anxiously.